doesn't matter really.
How much do you think is a good total for you to put up over here?
I think in this wicket and looking at the boundary, there's no limit. We'll try to score as much as we can. So probably we'll look for the 200 or maybe 200 par score.
All right, good luck. Go well. Short a boundary behind me, so this is what they're going to target. So that is the news from the centre. Dubai Gymkhana have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
Well, thank you very much, Samir. It is Dubai Gymkhana who has won the toss and they elected to bowl first. So the team for the two lines up. It's Mujahid Amin who is captaining today, captaining a Pacific group. Hamdan Tahir, the wicketkeeper, young, he was out there at the toss. Mohammad Wasim, what a big name, what a big player. Fahad Nawaz, he's recently just got back from Australia. Mayank Chaudhary, Fayaz Ahmed, and the star all-rounder Adil Malik, we've been missing him. Mudassir Ghulam, Himayatullah, Irfanullah, and Anstandon completes the 11 for Team Pacific Group. And for Dubai Gymkhana, it is the regular captain, Waqas Ahmed Khan, Syed Hasnain Raza, Mohammad Hassan, Tashfeen Yaqeen. Then quickly, he's a good all-rounder, Saeed Ashish. Another all-rounder there, Mohammad Aslam, Shahzad Uzair, Haider. A brilliant one to watch out. Mohammad Adil, Suhail Ahmed making into the 11. Mohammad Adnan Kaisar, the leggy. Intikhab Alam completes the 11 for Dubai Gymkhana. So it is the game number 25. And we'll be witnessing the exciting action. Well, the superstar from UAE, Mohammad Wasim, need no introduction. What a great game he had at the World Cup. The 50, he was tonguing all over the Australia. Big name, big guy. Got a job to do here. So to call this beautiful game, I've been joined by Neil Oja. Welcome, Neil, to watch this game number 25, an exciting one.
Well, yeah, indeed. It's surprising that Gymkhana has elected to field first. There's Tashfeen Yasin is going to bowl as he's looking to set up his field.
Well, there will be a huge pressure on Tashfeen there. He knows that he's bowling up against the mighty star of UAE. In fact, the world knows him because of that famous 50 against Namibia. There you go, first ball. He's just played with soft hands for a single, but what I can see, the pitch is not having that kind of a bounce that these wickets are known for.
Well, yeah, you come back after a break, and the wicket that you're playing at is absolutely on the far end from where we are at. If you were to bowl from the ICCA Academy end, then the square leg is where, of the right-handed batter, let me tell you, because now it's going to be the left-handed batter, Hamdan Tariq. Hamdan, his square leg will be the shortest, the longest end, in fact, the farthest end, as towards his point will be the shorter side of the boundary.
Yeah, it's kind of a huge boundary on the own side for the left-handers. Tashfeen. Oh, nicely shaping it away from the left-hander. Well, Hamdan is playing on the back foot. That's not the ideal way to play the first delivery. You're just allowing the ball to nip around a little more.
Well, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if he plays towards the mid-wicket region and tries to run for 3. He'll probably remind Wasim of some Australian grounds, one thing for sure, who's standing on the non-striker's end. Really long boundaries. That'll be a wide.
Yeah, that does happen with you when you're bowling to the right and left hand combination together. And more of that, you have a challenge to control the swinging ball, because the newer it is, the more swing you will see from the ball. There you go. See that? He's just releasing the ball but late. Maybe the idea was to bank it slightly short. Beautifully played towards the captain. Hamdan Tahir just yet to get off the mark.
Well, yeah, he's also trying to settle in, Hamdan. But I know for a fact that even if he takes a few deliveries, he's quite capable to come back extremely strong. Doesn't really matter if it's a few dots. He's gone big towards the long side of the fence. Fielder coming underneath, and he will take it. Played it towards the long side, and there was only one man manning the fence. Straight down his throat. Wicket number 1 down.
Well, that's a huge boundary on the own side.
Filter name Hassan copied.
Mohammad Hassan takes that catch and the light. And it was one man standing there, and he was planted for this, and the plan worked there. The first wicket goes down for Pacific Group. It is Tashfeen Yassin who always strikes the wicket. Hamdan has to take a walk without scoring runs. It's 2 for 1. Superstar from the UAE, Nalaban Anstanden. So yeah, a young man, got a job to do, good to prove himself. Brilliant, talented, hard-working guy, Neil, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Extremely hardworking. Celebrated his birthday a couple of days back. Ansh Tandon. A very, very hardworking lad. Amongst the fittest in the country.
Undoubtedly. He likes to put that extra yard and extra work in the gym. In fact, I thought he'll be cutting his cake in the gym as well, because most of the time you find him, that's where he puts himself. Brilliant, hard-working boy. The hard work is the key. That's what you need to do. The more fitter you are, the better you will deliver.
You bet. Absolutely right. Fitness definitely takes your skills to another level. You might be extremely skillful, but if your fitness levels are not matching your skills or are not right up there, then maybe you might feel a little short-handed in tougher situations. Tashween playing it straight back, dot ball. What a fantastic over this has been. 3 for 1 after 1. 1 over down, and Pacific Group are already 1 wicket down. Ansh Tandon on strike, down the leg side will be a wide. Mohammad Adil starts with a wayward delivery down the leg side. That would have been a good delivery for a right-handed bat, but not for a left-handed batter.
Well, I think the Pacific Group wouldn't be minding losing the early wicket of Hamdan Tahir, because they got plenty of options, especially when it comes to the left-handers. After Ansh, they've got Fayaz Ahmed to come. I mean, they have 3 good, solid left-hand batters.
You're right. Big shout, big shout. The umpire definitely would not be interested. It's a right-handed batter coming in over the wicket, angling it onto the pads of the left-handed batter. A leg by there. Pitching outside leg. That's how it's going to be. It's pretty similar to a right-handed batter batting and a right-arm fast bowler coming in to bowl from around the wicket. It's the same angle. More often than not, he'll be pitching down the leg side. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, your chances gets to 0 when you're coming with this angle, and if you can't nip in back to the left-hander or the right-hander, if you can nip it, then there are a little bit of a chance. Samir shakes heads because he likes to bowl those deliveries. He likes to bowl against the right-handers because he himself is a left arm. We have seen a lot left armers nowadays. I mean, starting with again here would be Cole White. An extras is just piling here. Perhaps the extras are the one who's having the most runs here so far. Not caught into that danger zone. He can't be feeding there. He's just trying to pitch it away, or just trying to bowl it away, because there is a huge boundary on the onside to Wasim now. If he bowls it towards the pad, maybe straight down the ground. That's where Mohammad Wasim likes to go. Now this is a good start for DG. Oh, up and over, beautifully lofted, and just one bounce around the boundary line. Superb timing there, Mohammad Wasim.
Beautiful. That's a glorious boundary coming in from Wasim. Sheer timing. Beautifully played. Look at that. The ball just took off as soon as it hit the bat. One bounce into the fence. 4 runs there. Mohammad Wasim, pretty confident with his skills. 5 of 3. The offside for him is not a longish boundary. He'll be trying to get as much as he can from there. While the onside boundary, I tell you, it's an ocean. It's an absolute ocean.
Yeah, full swing of the bat wouldn't be hurting Wasim there. He's used to it now. Used to the long boundaries. Oh, again tried to drive that one outside off. Just got a little bit of extra swing and a bounce there, Mohammad Adil. And look at that. Just trying to go for the drive. Would have found it. The outside edge might be. That's the wicket they want, by the way.
Oh yeah, you bet. He'll be trying to fish for that. Mohammad Wasim taking his guard, revising his guard. Going for the middle stump guard, I believe. Adil has been expensive. This one comes in sharp, but was definitely going down the leg. Would have missed stumps. That's a very good sharp inducker.
Well, as a bowler also, you like to take the challenges. So Mohammad Adil certainly seems to be enjoying this bowling against one of the finest in UAE, Mohammad Wasim.
No, you're right. It's always good to have that kind of challenge. You don't want to bowl to kids. You'd rather go out and bowl to the men who matter. Try and challenge them. Try and pick a wicket. Again, up HD played. This time it's going further up. Abid, is that your Ferrari?
Oh yes, that was indeed the helicopter standing behind it, not the Ferrari. What a beautiful shot from Mohammad Wasim. He's known for playing clinical knocks. He's known for hitting beautifully. And that one was just a treat to watch. I couldn't speak a word, just was witnessing how nicely he's flown that one inside out. He make it look so easy.
No doubts about this. Effortless is the word. Again, wide outside off. And went straight. Oh, looks like it hit the car there.
I think the grill before the car. And nicely bringing in now to conclude the over. A good one there. 17 for 1 at the end of 2. This one drives towards the cover. Mohammad Hassan is the fielder who has earlier held the catch. Yeah, one of the finest fielders that the team Dubai Gymkhana has. And luckily, he was there for Hamdan Tahir. This was the bowler who picked up a wicket. Given only 3 runs, perhaps 2. And not giving enough room to Mohammad Wasim as well.
Now you're right. He's bowling those tight lines. He may not have that express pace, but he definitely knows what lines to bowl, what lengths to bowl at. Wasim on 13. Ansh will be on strike now. He's just faced 2 deliveries. Got a run on that. He would be keen to get his bat rolling. Wide-ish delivery. This time again a wide. The left-hand, right-hand combination troubling the bowlers. Every time Ansh has come, we've seen a barrage of wides coming through. Got to adjust your lines. There, almost like the ball was going to the slip fielder straight up.
Yeah, the ball is still new. It's swinging. And he seems to be very strong against the left-handers. The wicket he picked up of Hamdan Tahir was a left-hander, and now he's moving away to the left-hander. It's always a challenge for any batter when the ball goes away from your body, and that's the reason we see the leg spinners being dominant over the office.
Oh yeah. Stepping down onto the onside. There's a very, very huge vacant area and he plays it right there. It's a boundary for Ansh Tandon. What Ansh did as compared to Hamdan, Hamdan played it a little too square and went aerial. Ansh on the other hand, he stepped down, cut the movement of the ball and played it towards the vacant mid-wicket region.
Yeah, maybe that's the safest place to put the ball on. Use of the feet is very important there when the bowler is especially swinging. Cut down that swing. And now just shuffled around, covered his all 3 stumps and just played with the soft hands to get a single there. Now Tashfeen has to bowl his final delivery to Wasim, and I think this over is not too bad. He's conceded a boundary as well. That final delivery always matters.
It does. It does. You may have bowled a great over, but if the last ball you don't finish well, all your hard work has gone to waste. And Wasim, he definitely would be keeping an eye on that scoreboard. 24. One last ball of the over. Oh, that was very well bowled. Too close to cut. And had that extra little bounce. 3 overs gone. 24 for 1.
Mohammad Uzair, the player of the match from the previous game of Dubai Gymkhana, started with the wide. I think these bowlers have a little bit of a challenge there to bowl straight away to the left-hander.
But then again, Abid, it's not a new thing. In cricket, you have to invariably bowl to left-handers. And if you are unable to switch on and switch off, it's a problem. Beautifully played there. Ansh Tandon, what a good looking shot. Maximum. He's come switched on, I can definitely tell you that, Abid.
Well, I tell you, he has sacrificed few of his ribs before learning this shot. And he's got better only by pulling that ball after beautifully balanced. Look at that balanced swing of the bat. And that is shape power. 6 runs. So bowler immediately on a back foot now. Uzair. Oh, that's just a odd bounce in front of the keeper. Yeah, this is better line. You don't test Ansh Tandon onto the patch or onto the body line. Just keep on bowling that away going deliveries.
Again, the same one going away from Ansh. And he's realized the way Ansh is opening his bat. Yeah, that's the shot that he has to play. Get on top of the ball, play it down. Uzair Haider will probably try and bowl that same one again. He knows that he's been able to tease and put Ansh on back foot after that 6 with these 2 deliveries.
Yeah, you really don't need to make a lot of changes if things are working for you well. Might get that outside edge. Oh, he bowled it on the onside, and how unlucky that is for Ansh Tandon. He got that little inside edge and straight went to the keeper. Otherwise, that would have been a wide delivery. Yeah, he was planning to put it on the fine leg area.
Yeah, lucky there. That connection didn't go fine. 3 dot balls after the 6. This time down the leg side will be a wide.
Extras need to be controlled here. They need to work on those extras. I mean, they haven't really fired the Pacific group. They did not do anything out of syllabus. They have done all the regular things when they were getting those boundaries. Regular boundaries only. It's the extra which is making the score look too big. That's not the line where you want to be. Every time trying to bowl onto the pads to Ansh, it did not really threaten him at all. Now Wasim will be facing the final delivery.
To keep Wasim on the non-striking end for 5 deliveries of this over. You'd rather have him, but then again, both have got identical scores. 13 of 10 for Wasim, 13 of 10 for Ansh. Wasim will be on strike for the last ball. 7 extras so far. Abid, you were talking about that. The score would have been 25.
A very good pace, very good swing. It swung and beat everyone, includes the keeper. Well, that went quick, yes, but as a keeper, that is a regular held.
Oh yeah, you bet. That should have been stopped. Come on, that was a lazy effort. Very, very lazy effort. Knowing the third man is inside the circle, it's all yours. A boundary to end the over, and that will be 37 for 1 after 4.
Ashwin to bowl his third on the trot, and this time started with a wide. So he's been the only bowler who's picked up a wicket and also been the most containing one. Pretty economical today, Tashfeen Yaseen.
Yeah, but then again, see, these extras are not helping. With the 4 byes, the total has gone to 8 and 4, 12. 12 extras out of 38. Not a good sign at all. Not a good sign. 39 for 1 and 4.1. And as a bowler also, it breaks your momentum that if you're bowling too many wides, that extra additional pressure gets into your head.
It's just not the bowler. Even the batter, for that matter, does not enjoy a lot of extras. Yeah, that's runs, but that also breaks your momentum as well as a batter also. The challenge here is Wasim is looking for one loosener, and Tashfeen is not giving it. Simply is that. Good delivery, not giving the room exactly where Wasim wants the ball to be.
Yeah, too close to the stumps, and you can see it on his face there. That ball seamed in, and that seam movement could have just got the outside edge of the off stump. This time on the thigh pad.
Yeah, that's leg by is given. That would go again to the extras column. And luckily for me, I was watching that game of UAE against Namibia yesterday, so I can clearly recall the game, every move that has been played, and how Wasim played that crucial role up front alongside Virtya. And I saw heroes, Junaid, Zahoor, doing their work.
I wonder why were you watching that game? There was another game going on. Pakistan was taking against New Zealand. Maybe you got the wrong channel, Abid. Oh.
That seems to be a cutter there, not a swing. So it's a cutter. Beautiful ball. So the batsman coming down the track and beats him comprehensively. Excellent bowling from Tashfeen Yaseen.
Yeah, he's trying the golfer's swing. Wants to tee off from there. But for that, Tashfeen is not bowling anything full. Oh, there you go. He bowled full in the gap. There's a chase, but the ball will win the race. 4 runs.
On top of that, that's the shortest part of the ground as well. All you need to do is time the ball, and the slower one was picked up really easily. That brings the over to an end. Look at that. Just a jab right between the two fielders. 4 runs for Ansh and the team Pacific Group. It's 44 for 1. There's one more delivery to go, pardon me.
Projected score 181. Straight to the fielder will be a dot ball, and that'll be the end of the over. 5 overs gone. It's 44 for 1. Uzair comes in. Soft hands, single. Are they looking for the second? Oh yes, both are very, very quick runners between the wickets. Wasim and Ansh Tandon. Ansh is by far the quickest that you have in the UAE circuit. Join me in the conversation is Sam. Welcome.
Hello Neil, hello everyone. It's turning out to be a nice little cat and mouse game, this encounter. Oh, a short one. Mohammad Wasim clearly rattled by that, did not expect it coming that way. Has a little conversation with the bowler, Uzair Haider. Man of the match from the previous game for his batting of course, but here, look at that. Clearly surprised Mohammad Wasim. But it hasn't been easy, has it, for the two batters? 46 for 1 in 5.2 overs. You look at the top order of Pacific Group, you think, okay, they're going to get off to a really good start. Some real men with reputation here. But I wonder if it's the lack of pace from the bowlers or if it's just a two-paced wicket. Is the ball just holding on before it gets to the batter? Oh, that's a lovely delivery. You won't see much of that over here. Uzair Haider has just produced a magical delivery. He was swinging into Wasim. He saw it full. He wanted to go for that drive, but it got under him. And it rattled that middle stump. Uzair Haider will be watching this replay for a long time, Neil.
Oh, absolutely. Very big wicket. That's a prize wicket that you get, and he'll be putting it out on Instagram. That reel will get a few thousand views, I can tell you that. Mohammad Wasim gone 15 of 16.
Mayank Chaudhary will come in at number 4 for Pacific Group. It's been a rattle start for them. When they were put into bat first, many must have thought that they'll get off to a good start, but this has been a good bowling display from Dubai Gymkhana. That'll be a quick single to get off the mark. Uzair has bowled good lines. Yes, there have been a few wides here and there, but otherwise when he's been straight, he's been good.
Well, yeah, Uzair Haider, the first over he bowled was a little wavered, but has come back really strong. And what a wicket to pick. Mohammad Wasim, the superstar of UAE cricket, the opening batter of the UAE national team, the one to get a half century at the World Cup. It's not a mean task, I tell you. Not everyone gets to do that. Even if you have the opportunity, you You have to apply your skills, temperament. Down the leg side, wide. Now this is where the temperament comes in. This is where the skills come in. Uzair Haider picks up a wicket, but after that, he's still erring in line by a massive margin. It's not a small wide, mind you.
The umpire asked if they might lose a few kilos by tonight. He's been doing quite a bit of workouts with those arms. But yeah, that's been the problem, hasn't it, for Dubai Gymkhana? Every time they've stitched together a few dot balls, created that pressure. Yes, they have picked up a couple of wickets, but those extras will be a bother as they go deeper into this tournament. Look at that. If you can bowl so nicely, there's a quick run. Oh, Detective would have really had him in trouble. Risky one to take there. Ansh, the left-hander. But eventually, they do get a single. So it's been a struggle, really, for Pacific. Hamdan, when he was at the toss, he said they're looking to score at least 200 here, targeting that shorter boundary. But the way it's going now, it seems like a far, far away target that.
You're right. But I can tell you one thing. Dubai Gymkhana is helping them with the extras. If the runs are not coming off the willow, don't worry, we'll get you with the extras. Dot ball to end the over. 6 overs gone, 49 for 2.
Dubai Gymkhana will look back at this power play and they'll think that they've done pretty well here, 49 for 2 in the first 6. And it seems like they're done with their paceman. They've brought in their leg spinner, Adnan Kaisar. This should be a very interesting play here. Leg spinner bowling into the left-hander, Ansh Tandon, who's looked solid. Played a couple of nice looking strokes, but hasn't really been given too much to work with.
Well, yeah, he'll have a task cut out for him. 49 for 2 in 6. They're going at 8.2 almost. 163 is the projected score. But I can tell you that Pacific Group would be looking at somewhere around 180, 190. They have the depth in their batting. And there's no reason why they shouldn't be. Think of that. Because, mind you, if you're not getting boundaries, these guys are quite capable of running hard. There's a big gap on the onside, and they'd want to try and explore that, of getting those doubles very comfortable. Onto the pads, big shout and given. Very first ball, Adnan Kaisar strikes and Ansh Tandon is gone.
Paying the price of going to the back foot too early on. It might be a bit questionable. That wasn't spinning into him. In fact, it was going away from him. Did it pitch on that leg stump line is the question that the batter will be asking. But Zargham thinks that no, I think that's pitch all right. And Ansh Tandon was settling in just when he was settling in. He has to take a walk back. So a good start here for Dubai Gymkhana. They've really rattled this Pacific top order. 49 for 3. Three wickets down for Pacific Group. This has been a good start now for Dubai Gymkhana. Fayaz Ahmed walks in at number 5. Another left-hander. Wow, so you've seen a few now. Anstanden was the last one to walk out. Given out LBW of the first ball of Adnan Kaisar. It's a good line here. Always difficult for a leg spinner to come in and straight away get those lines right. But Adnan has been right on the money tonight.
Well, yeah, the towels are out early, which means that there is some amount of dew there. And despite those conditions, the bowlers have been able to grip it really well. This one was straight towards the square leg fielder, will be a single.
He's got protection there, deep square leg. A long on is very wide, almost like a position between deep mid wicket and long on. And he comes up now to the right hander. That's Mayank. He's been here for a while, he hasn't faced much. And what they were doing well, Neil, earlier was that even though they weren't getting those boundaries, they were dropping it and running those singles very fast, despite not even passing the square. So that was a positive, one of the positives for Pacific Group. They haven't been much.
No, you're absolutely right. Again, this time, saw the opportunity, the ball just passing by the fielder, the bowler, beg your pardon. They scampered for the single. No, you're right. Wasim and Ansh, what they were doing was, as soon as they realized that the boundaries are not coming, they started converting those singles into doubles, got those singles going quickly, and those doubles, they also put in pressure, not just on the fielder, but also on the heart of the batters. Because the heart starts pumping harder when you're taking those doubles and trying to go for the third.
Oh, too wide. But that's a disappointing effort from the fielder. Well, you place your field expecting them to support you as a bowler, and clearly, visibly, Adnan completely disappointed there by his colleague who is at extra cover. Just let it go right through him. Unfortunate. But Fayaz won't complain. He's got a boundary. A boundary that has come after a while.
No, that's a poor delivery. Very poor, and all the more poor fielding effort. A boundary there will get the total to 55. One last delivery to come. And a single to end the over. 7 overs gone. It's 56 for 3.
So Sohail Ahmed Khan, another spinner being introduced. So given that first over from Adnan Kaisar, Dubai Gymkhana have decided that maybe this is the way to go. Picked up a wicket off his first delivery, Adnan. So Sohail, left arm spinner, will look to now add on that pressure. Pacific Group are under the pump here.
I don't think they will take too much of pressure. They've got a lot of batting lined up, so they wouldn't worry. Fayaz over there is an exceptional batter, and you know how well he hits when you see him hit that beautifully played there, Fayaz, through the line for a 4.
I'll tell you, any left hand, that the moment he sees a left arm spinner coming in, suddenly your eyes are going nowhere other than that region, that leg side region, that deep mid-wicket area. You can have your fielders there, you can pack it. Instinct of a left-hander will always take him there. So Sohail Khan starts off by conceding a boundary. Under pressure now. This time it's short and outside wide, but there is a fielder. The point fielder, Uzair, will hold on to it. It's a poor delivery. Luckily for him, his fielder holds on to it. So Sohail Khan will have to be better than that.
Well, yeah, you're right. He'll have to definitely do a lot more better. But I was just telling you that you can't undermine the Pacific Group batters. They'll bring you one after the other with more and more quality. Fayaz Ahmed, an exceptional talented batter, been in the circuit for a very, very long time. He's gone big and to the shorter side of the fence, maximum.
Once again, that region, when he's full, he gets slog swept. When it's short, he gets cut away. Yeah, that's in there in his arc, isn't it? Easy. Therefore, Fayaz. Luckily, there is no car parked on that side. There would have been another damage. A shorter boundary, having cars parked there, not the best of ideas. Anyway, he's injected some life into this innings now. Fayaz, a quick 16 off 7, 66 for 3 now. They've gotten off to a bit of a momentum here for themselves. So Gymkhana might just spoil all the good work that the previous bowlers have done. Oh, that's a good one. Good comeback. Little too close to cut there for Fayaz. Stayed a bit low. You were talking about the running between the wickets, Neil. And you were talking about how when you're going for that second, your heart pumps faster, your adrenaline rush kicking in. And that's why it is paramount. That's once again cut away. Uzair will cut it off. It is paramount that you might think, okay, the gym and all this working out, fitness is for fast bowlers, but even for a batter, it is equally important, isn't it? For a strength and conditioning coach, you'll agree.
Indeed. These skills are extremely important for everyone who's taking the field. You might be a wicket keeper, a bowler, a batter. Big shout and should be given. Yes, it is. This one outside off, coming in sharply. He got into the shot a little too early and smacked it right in front of the wickets. He's gone.
A 6, a 4 in this over, and guess who's having the last laugh? Sohail Ahmed Khan picks up the big man, Fayaz. Again, it was nice and straight. Fayaz saw that it was nice and straight in his arc, wanted to hit that, went a little too low for my liking. Ended up paying the price by being plumb LBW. 16, a quick 16 for him off 10. Another wicket goes down for Pacific, 66 for 4. Adnan will continue his leg spin. Bowled a good first over. They'll go and bowl a wide. That's been a feature of this bowling innings from Dubai Gymkhana. They've struggled with those lines. Bowled quite a few wides by now. And we go on that subject of fitness, Neil. And I bring that up very often. Nicely played off the back foot. There is a fielder there. I bring that up quite often because just a year ago, there was a lot of conversation around fitness and strength and conditioning in Sri Lanka because we've had our concerns with injuries. You must have seen even in the World Cup, Sri Lankan bowlers breaking down very easily. And there were a few eyebrows raised. Why is this happening very often? So those responsible for fitness and maintaining fitness standards in Sri Lanka cricket came up with this condition. I think there was a new fielding coach or a fitness coach that was hired, and he came up with a new routine that every cricketer must complete 2 kilometers in 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And if he can't do that, he's not eligible for selection. So it's not just your skill anymore that's going to get you selected. Another dot ball. Good bowling this by Adnan. Oh, there's a run out. Oh, how unfortunate. Mayank hit that straight to the fielder and set off like he wanted to go home. But Fahad just wasn't interested at the non-strikers end. He had to turn back.
Yeah, that went straight to the fielder and there was a fumble, and they say never run on a misfield. And that's exactly what has happened. Mayank would be disappointed, visibly so, and that's yet another wicket. 67 for 5, half the side gone.
This has been a very good bowling effort by Dubai Gymkhana. 5 wickets down of Pacific Group. This is very good bowling. Look at that. Very good lines and lengths. Adnan Kaisar has bowled with some control today. Look at the towel coming out. Yes, it's hard to grip the ball. If you followed this tournament closely, you'll know how much dew plays a part here. But despite that, it's been a spirited effort from Dubai Gymkhana. Cut that away, gets off the mark. Adil, the new batter, who's just walked in. And he must have seen the top order and wondered what has really gone wrong here. They haven't been too wrong in the way they've played. Not much error in judgment. It's just been very good quality bowling. Starting off with the fast bowlers bowling in good areas. Yes, there have been a few wides and some earth deliveries, but more often than not, they've bowled it very well. Third man is unable to stop the single there. So another fantastic over from Adnan Kaisar comes to an end. He has given away 10 for his 2 overs. Pacific Group really struggling. 9 overs, 69 for 5. One of the many Khans in this tournament, Sohail Khan, picked up a wicket in the first over, gave away a boundary and a 6, boundary and a 4, boundary and a 6, what am I saying, 6 and 4 in that over, and picked up that important record of Faiz Ahmed, and he's back now to bowl to 2 new batters on the crease. Come around the wicket to the right hander. That should have been a better effort. Fine leg, diving all over that, but unfortunately just couldn't get a hand to it, and that'll run away to the boundary. A much needed one there for Pacific Group. Not the best lines to bowl down the leg side. All you had to do was just get some bat onto it and turn it, and that should have been a better effort there by the fielder at fine leg. Nevertheless, it's a boundary. Pacific Group will welcome it. They needed that. He started off the same fashion in the first over that he bowled. Came back well. Let's see what he does here.
Drove it back straight to the bowler. All along the carpet. Dot ball. Fahad Nawaz. Again, it's a very solid bat. Driven beautifully into the gap. There will be a field, will circle around and stop that. Is it just a single? Oh, I personally thought that there could be a double over there.
That's a bigger part of the ground too. The fielder had to do some work. Had they run the first one harder, they could have maybe completed double. We've been trying to have a conversation on fitness, Neil, but unfortunately there is so much action happening in the middle, wickets falling up regularly. So yeah, the 2 kilometers in 8.5 minutes, a lot of people couldn't make sense of it. Again, cut away. There is a fielder there, so just be a single. A lot of people were struggling to make sense of it. They're like, why would you need your cricketers to be able to run harder? I understand that you require athleticism, but why would you need to make that your only selection criteria? Would you agree with that as a strength and conditioning coach yourself? Because there was a lot of controversy around it back then. Some people agreed, some people didn't, but eventually they had to dump it for other reasons. And I'll get to that once you explain your view about it.
No, I personally feel that, yes, it's a good benchmark. It's basically an indicator of how good your cardiovascular strength is, how good your endurance is, because it's a 2 kilometer run. Yes, in cricket you don't need to run for 2 kilometers. You at best you need to run for 30 to 40 meters, maybe 50 meters in a go. But then when you are batting, okay, your heart is already under stress. When you're fielding, when you've done say maybe a quick sprint for 30 meters and you fielded and you thrown the ball, and then again the ball comes at you, you're doing it again. So what you're doing is a pressurized heart is now been over pressurized, and that's why your cardiovascular strength has to be tested. 10 overs gone, 77 for 5.
Bit of leg spin continues here. Another wide. Started off the previous over 2 with a wide, but I can excuse that for the way he's bowled. It's really had the Pacific batters in some serious trouble, because of which the runs have dried up and the wickets have kept falling. Respecting that good ball. Yes, single, but they don't mind that. Dubai Gymkhana. No changes in the bowling, but there is a change in the com box. Abid, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Sam. I'm certainly enjoying the fight back there. I haven't thought the Pacific group would be in trouble there. Looking their batting lineup, they have star-studded batters. Still, even the 5 wickets down. That's a half of the team is back at the hut. Still, they've got a plenty of big names batting together. It's Fahad Nawaz alongside Adil Malik. The both are very, very talented and superb batters. This man, Adil Malik, what all-rounder he is.
Well, you need to bring out all his all-round capabilities today for Pacific Group, because they had some serious trouble today. They're drowning in the Pacific Ocean, the Pacific Group, and somebody needs to be a lifesaver here. This has been good bowling. Yes, they're running that single. Maybe they can stop that, but this has been really good bowling. And what they've done well, and something that every time you play at this level, you need to remember, you said Pacific Group as a star-studded batting lineup, which means these are men of reputation. But when you're bowling, you're not bowling to the name. You're bowling to a batter. So that applies even when you're batting. Nicely stopped. Oh, that should have been stopped. A single. Even when you're batting, let's say you're facing Dale Steyn.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Sorry.
Let's say you're facing Dale Steyn. You're not batting against Dale Steyn, you're batting against a bowler. The moment you have that mindset, more often than not you'll be successful. And that's what the bowlers have done very well today. Muhammad Wasim, doesn't matter. We are bowling to a right-handed batter, and these are our strategies. Very good planning, superb execution.
Indeed. You have just played it late towards the backward point. There will be a dot ball. Yes, reputation also hits the youngsters in their mind. But once your experience, like Tashfeen, who's been exceptional today, he was not bowling to a seam, he was bowling to a batter. They're just keeping touch low there. Now keeping very watchful there, Adil Malik. End of 11, 83 for 5.
Sohail Khan, the left armer, he's bowled well. Came back strong with that wicket of Fayaz Ahmed, a much needed wicket that. We haven't seen much turn today. It's been a lot of straight stuff. Adnan Kesar, yes, he's bowled a couple of very good wrong ones. Googlies that have gone into the right-hander, but Sohail has complimented him well.
Yeah, I haven't seen Adnan turning largely those leg spin. It seems that his stock delivery is that ball comes in. It's just that the action of a leg spinner, but then you bring the ball the wrong one. I've seen quite a bit of players who does that. That's because you bowl a lot of googlies, and even if you want to try to bowl the ball turn away, you can't just get it.
The one good thing that Dubai Gymkhana have done here tonight is they've figured out the pace of this pitch, and they've landed in the right areas. Look at that, not much room for the batter to work with, just on that driving length. We saw earlier on when the fast bowlers were bowling, when it was short, they were good at pulling it. When it was full, they were good at driving it. But anything in between that, short of a length, good length, they couldn't play too much. And that's probably because the wicket is a little on the slow side. The ball maybe just holding on before it gets to the batter. But even with that, you still have to bowl in the right areas. And Dubai Gymkhana have done that very well tonight. So full marks to them. Oh, inside edge, I think. Yes. Lucky there. Adil.
A big edge there. The ball really came nicely. If you see that, it had the drift in the air as well from the left arm, who darts in, comes in with the arm. Beautiful bowling there from Sohail Khan.
That's wide. That's been cut away. That should go away to the boundary. Yes, it does. So a rare bad delivery in this over, Sohail Khan. I was just about to comment how he comes very wide of the crease, and that's why he's able to get the drift that you were talking about. This time, I think, yes, he did come wide, but unfortunately, dropped it too short.
Yeah, a little short on the length. And you can see the glimpse of Shoaib Malik in this man, Adil Malik, the younger brother of Shoaib Malik, the star all-rounder for Pakistan.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? I was going to go out and take a photo with him. Because I have a photo with Shoaib Malik, I'll show you later, but Adil Malik and the family will be complete. A few familiar names, aren't there? I mean, look at Sohail Khan and you'd wonder, is he Salman Khan and Arbaz Khan's brother? But he's not. Right, then I think it's the end of the over. 12 overs done, 90 for 5. Adnan will finish off. Why not? He's bowled really well. But what Adil has done here well is he's not gotten bogged down. He's pushed his partner to run for those quick ones, and that's what you need to do when you're 90 for 5. You can't afford to take those risks. Yes, they might look to back it about the 16th, 17th over just this way in the same fashion, and then maybe you'll see those big strokes coming out.
Yeah, he's the man who's usually have done over the years. He's been in a similar situation. I've watched him all this time. Most of the time he comes in when the team is... Oh, that came in. It was missing leg. Rightly called by Zargham. It was not moved. The bowler was really excited. Look at that.
Yeah, failed to read him there, Fahad. He thought it was coming straight on, but it just went the other way. Zargham with a very convincing head of the shake of the head there, pardon me. Adnan Kesar, what a wonderful spell this has been from him. He's really put the brakes on. This one is skidded through, so he looked to make room and cut it away, but it got to him faster than he would have wanted it to get, which brings Adil on strike.
Well, going through the batting lineup of Pacific Group, they've got plenty of openers there in the side. Fahad Nawaz is being one of the opener, and they got as an opener they have Mohammad Wasim, who opens there for them. Hamdan Tahir. Oh, just too close to cut there from Adil Malik. Just tried to tuck it around.
Yeah, that's another one that came in. Adnan Kesar has bowled that delivery really well all evening. He's gotten it to come into the right hander after pitching. Generally, you find a leg spinner using the googly very rarely, but here he's used that to good effect. Even picked up a wicket with it. Full driven past the bowler. Will the fielder be able to cut it off? No, they can't. So a much needed boundary. The runs were drying up. Things were looking very quiet for Pacific. Fahad brings out that long handle and really rattles it past the bowler.
Downtown he goes beautifully. Timed it so well. And this lad is super talented. He's late UAE under 19. And just came back from the World Cup Australia. Played that winning match. Ooh, he's not able to read those googlies, the wrong ones, but he's hurt himself. It seems that he's okay. Back on his feet. 13 gone, 97 for 5. That's it, puts it away. Oh, that's gone beyond the boundary line as well. Great batting. Adil Malik can't hold himself back when he saw his partner struck a boundary.
Looks like they've decided to cut loose now. They've watched enough. They've been there. 13 deliveries for Fahad, 15 for Adil. They've been around for quite a while now. Maybe they've decided, right, boys, let's step on the gas now. We've got batting to come. We've got a good group of batters still after us, so we can afford to take a few more risks now. Good thing here is, last over, the penultimate delivery, hit around the ground. This over, the first ball, hit along the ground. So risk-free cricket, maximum reward.
Yeah, I think they need to continue batting similarly. 100 up there for Pacific Group, but I think they need to study a little bit more. A couple of more overs. Shouldn't be looking for the big shots. This is drilling down. Nailed it. Beautiful shot from Adil Malik.
Yeah, he talked about not playing big shots, but that wasn't a big shot. That was straight out of the textbook, wasn't it? Full on the off stump. And how well has he driven that? Shades of his elder brother.
Oh yeah. Beautiful wrist. Use of the wrist there. Positioned himself pretty well. At 1 feet out. And they will balance on the back leg. This man knows about playing and anchoring these innings, especially when your team is down and out and in trouble. It's the same role what his brother does in Team Pakistan.
He's a tall lad, Adil. He can really lean into that delivery. Even if it's not a full length, he can convert it into a full length delivery because he's got those long legs. He can really get forward and drive you there. So Gymkhana under pressure now. 2 boundaries and then a wide. So this is not good. It's his last over. His captain will expect him to finish well. They've built some serious pressure here on Pacific Group. They've put them under the pump. They don't want to release it because they've done so well so far.
Yeah, what you got to do is just make sure you keep the ball along the carpet. Look at that. A touch punch. It seems that he's got a seriously great willow in his hand.
I was just going to talk about that. The bats these days are a bit unbelievable. You hit the right spot and it just flies, doesn't it? I'm sure his brother must have got him one.
I got one from Shoaib Malik.
Oh, okay. Let's see that. Another single. Fahad now. Oh, that's a good run. That's very good running. They've hit that in the gap. They've run the first one harder, which is always the secret to running 2 on these grounds. They played it on the bigger part of the ground, which is the on side of Fahad, which is the leg side of Fahad. And that's why the fielder had a long way to cover before he could pick it up. Good running.
Excellent running there. That's the key. The running can really apply the pressure on the opponents. Well, by the way, the bat I got from Shoaib Malik was back in 2012. Cuts it sweetly. And that will go for 4 runs. What a timing. Fahad Nawaz, beautifully done.
Really cutting loose here, Pacific Group. And the best part about it is, it's zero risk. Every shot, every boundary, there's been 3 in this over, and every one of them have been immaculately timed all around the ground. Like I keep saying, zero risk cricket, which is fantastic to see between these two. Fahad and Adil now. 21 of 15 for Fahad. So he's also now stepping on the gas. 113 for 5. Suddenly that score looking good. That projected run rate going above 160. If they can get to that 170, 180 mark, Dubai Gymkhana will think that they've got a mountain to climb.
Well, indeed, they've got a solid bowling lineup. They've got a plenty of bowlers. Oh, that just stuck in Saeed Asher's hand. Otherwise, that was also going towards the fence. That's the end of the over. 14 gone, 114 for 5. Tashfeen to bowl his final. But what a spell he's bowled. He's bowled a special spell today. Got a big wicket as well under his name and troubled a batter like Mohammad Wasim, Anish Tandon, Hamdan Tahir, all these batters were struggling against him.
Yeah, and what's been most impressive, like we said earlier, is the lengths he's hit. He knows he's not express pace, but he's used that to his advantage. Yeah, that's the length. But this has been nicely slipped away. There is a fielder there. Just be a single, but it's a good shot, fast hands, quick wrists. Tashfeen has been impressive because he knows he's not express pace, so he can't really trouble the batters with pace. But what he can do is not allow the batter to take him on by bowling too full or being too short. He's been on those good length areas where generally batters struggle if there's not much pace, and Tashfeen has done that well.
Well, indeed. With a new ball, the swing, but then there is a challenge that you have all the fielders inside the yard, but this time that is a little slopey fielding. I think these ones or twos that you easily give away will hurt you, haunt you back.
Yeah, Dubai Gymkhana have done a lot of good things tonight, but they've done a few bad things, and those are the extras and some of the fumbles in the field. Yes, one of the fumbles got them a run out, but there have been a couple of missed fields, which they'll want to improve on as this tournament goes on. Remember, it's a long tournament, 16 teams, 59 games, so we go on till about the end of December. Nicely punched down the ground, long on will cut it off. So another single here. I just get the feeling a bit that once the 15 over mark is done, these two will start going big and we'll see some of those skyrockets coming off the bats of these two.
Yeah, the idea should be that not to go before 15 overs, but I would suggest not to go till 17 overs. When you can get those fours, why you need to work hard when you're especially 5 wickets down? Just glide it, and some footwork there from Syed Ashir.
Yeah, a lot of these cricketers are very good with their feet. I wonder if they go to the La Liga Academy next to us every once in a while for some footy training, preparing for that World Cup that's coming up. He's got a smile on his face like, thank God I got my foot down on time.
Well, what a season of sports that we have around. Like, look at that. The cricket is everywhere. The World Cup of cricket, and then there is a football World Cup. Oh, punched it straight down for a single, I think. Yeah, it will be only a single and end of 15. 1-1 for 5. The new bowler coming in is Mohammad Adil. Those spinners been taken out of the attack. Maybe they have completed their quota as well. So starting afresh here, making a comeback in the com box is Super Neil Oja. Welcome, Neil.
Thank you so much, Abid. Mohammad Adil was expensive in his first over, gave away 13, and he starts with a boundary yet again. Fahad Nawaz beautifully struck there, 31 of 21 for him, and he's ensuring that Pacific Group keeps that momentum going.
Well, I've been impressed with this young boy. Look at that, just glided, open the face of the blade, and gets 4 runs. When you can get these 4s, you really don't need to go hard at the ball. That's what the discussion we were having with Samir Yunus. Well, how hard it is, Neil, do you think, to move from your original position when you open the inning Over here, obviously, there is no spot for Fahad Nawaz to open the inning when there is Wasim, Hamdan, Ansh.
No, it's extremely difficult. Again, creamed it. Fahad Nawaz is on fire. Beautifully played, and there's nothing wrong or nothing technically incorrect about the shot. Beautifully played in the gap for runs.
Well, the only error bowler made was in half volley that. And how he timed it. We got a 4 runs back-to-back boundaries at the same region. Adil not learning from his mistake. Just bowling full and making it easy for Fahad Nawaz.
Two back-to-back boundaries and a beautiful comeback there. Very strong comeback. He nods, he acknowledges that. This time bowled really closer to the bat.
Well, I think, Neil, it was the length which was right there. The idea to deliver his ball full and got the punishment for them. And he just changed the length. And so that the batter was slightly in trouble. Maybe also Fahad wanted to glide it towards the third.
Straight back. No stopping that. 4 runs. Beautifully played. 2 towards the square and 1 absolutely straight.
Yeah, this time goes downtown straight. Look at that. Beautiful punch when you put it all along the carpet. You don't really need to risk for the mighty sixes. Put yourself in trouble. These 4s are very crucial here. 3 boundaries on the 4 deliveries. Well, it seems to be a big over. 12 runs of 4 deliveries is what Team Pacific has gained from this over.
You're right, Abid. Previous over also he bowled 13. He gave away 13. Here, make that 13 now. 13 each in the 2 overs that he's bowled. 1 more delivery to go. Can he put a stop at the runs that he's been giving? Mohammad Adil has been extremely expensive. Now it's going to be Adil versus Adil. Adil Malik versus Mohammad Adil.
Yeah. Adil Malik. Also usually seen him coming at the lower order and construct the inning, and one more time he's doing that. He's been doing over the years the similar job, but he's got a job to do. Soft hands and they'll off to a single, and Adil will keep the strike. It's the end of the over number 16. 135 for 5.
Uzair Haider has been brought back. I wonder why was he removed out of the attack after he picked up that wicket of Wasim. They should have just continued with him, probably given 1 more over, or should have brought him a little earlier. What Dubai Gymkhana have done is they have let this partnership build. This partnership has crept in and maybe, I would say, caused some problems for Dubai Gymkhana. 68-run partnership between Fahad and Adil. Will be a single. What Adil is doing is very nicely bringing Fahad on strike, and that's what you need to do. That's some sensible partnership brewing between Adil and Fahad.
Yeah, why not when Fahad is batting on 40? You just need to give this young boy a little chance, who's hitting the ball along the carpet, finding the gaps. Mind you, all those shots was really quick. Beautiful shot along the carpet. He's just hunting for the gap. The third is up. I think that's where he likes to play.
Cut it. And they'll go for the second. And that's a very long boundary. Even if it goes straight to the fielder, you can afford to go for the second. Just have to run the first one hard. And they've been able to do that.
Good running. It's a very good running. I think maybe from the next over we'll see those both ends firing up, because there will be only 3 overs, 18 deliveries legal. So that's where they'll be looking for the most of the runs. They have done well to rebuild this inning. When they were in a deep trouble, there was a batter like Fayaz Ahmed, Mayank Chaudhary, and a run out and a leg before. The openers also did not give a good start. They had a bit of a hiccups with the start when Ansh Tandon came alongside Wasim when Hamdan Tahir was gone on duck. There was just a small partnership between Ansh and Wasim. Wasim not being on his what he's known for, not being able to clear the fence, struggling there. We have seen a few good shots from him, but we expect a lot from Mohammad Wasim, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. Every single time that he comes out with a willow, beautifully driven, will go straight to the fielder nonetheless, will just get a single. But I love the way he gets on top of the ball and drives it all along the carpet. He's a delight to watch, I tell you. Fahad Nawaz amongst the youngsters, he's one of those lads that I can keep watching.
Well, I've been watching him since he was maybe 16 or 15.
Oh, I thought you said 6. I almost thought that you've been watching him since he's 6. Maybe he started at that age,
Yes,
maybe.
Yeah, and I played actually with his elder brother, and he's been playing where we used to play, but then he's at the very young age turned out to be very talented. Oh, that's up in the air and take it. That's a costly wicket there for Pacific Group. Adil Malik departs.
Well, yeah, big wicket. Adil Malik was doing really well. He was stitching up a very good partnership with Fahad. At the time when you need your in-form batters who have spent time in the centre to be there, a ball that crammed into him, and a very good catch by Sohail. Adil Malik will have to walk back, 6th wicket down for 139.
Well, Mudassir, well, you know this man, he loves to hit the ball hard. He's got 2 jobs to do. One, hit the ball hard, get maximum runs, and hit the ball hard onto the deck and get some wickets.
You're right. Utility player, 17 overs gone, 140 for 6.
Oh, that was just a cutter there. A slow one. I thought the way Adil was running, he would fire up the quicker one. That's the beauty of fast bowlers. When they want to bowl the slower one, they really run fast.
Yeah, definitely trying to do a bit for his team. Adil has been expensive. Look at that ball that came in nice and sharp and bounced way ahead of the wicket keeper. Uppishly played in the hands and gone. What a good looking catch. And now Fahad goes. Both the settled batters out at the wrong time, I would say, for Pacific Group.
Well, when they were just cruising, they were looking so good. We thought as for a moment 180 looks on card and they lose both the settled batters. This time Fahad Nawaz follows Adil Malik. Muhammad Adil strikes. What a good catch there from Tashfeen. He seems to be enjoying it. The celebration says it all. That would be a long walk for the young man. Really batted too good. Those crispy shots are done and dusted with 6 boundaries, 43 he scored on 29 deliveries. 141 for 7. Irfanullah is the new man. A new man is facing Muhammad Adil, who's bringing the ball so good. Well, this over particularly, those cutters has been so great. He's picked up the wicket, contained runs.
Well, I just wish that he had done that before. 2 overs for 27 is what he had given. Not a great start for his bowling. But at the back of it, he's come back well. He'll bowl the 18th. He'll come to maybe bowl the 20th.
Just bringing the bat in front and playing on the onside. A good shot there. Well, Adil again getting a little greedy there, going for the wicket. What I reckon is that it's the time maybe you should attack on the new batters. I think the idea is good, but the execution is slightly wrong, that you're bowling onto the leg stump. Rather, if you bowl it on outside off stump when you know the ball is coming in nicely, it could be a good idea. No problem with going full, because these batters wouldn't be looking for the big shots.
No, they're not looking for the big shot. They're just trying to keep the ball away from the stumps. Just pushing it away towards backward point. Will get a single there. It's a very good over from the context of the game. Very good over from the context of where it is in the game. 18th over and only 4 runs in this over so far. I think it's phenomenal what Adil has done in this over. Has picked up a wicket of the danger man Fahad Nawaz. Mudassir on strike. Can he change this over in favour of Pacific Group?
He puts it on the onside. There's a man. Uzair Haider comes into field. Had only a single there. Well, we know Mudassir usually loves those kind of deliveries. Those come into him, and the fast bowler, he enjoys playing against them. Not here. 18 gone. 1 for 5 for 7.
Uzair slapped, and this one will raise away towards the fence. 4 runs.
And that almost came to join us in the com box. And that's what you need to do, Mudassir. That's what is your job. Use that bottom hand, upper hand. Get the runs for the team. These are very crucial over. Penultimate.
Well, yeah, and as soon as the ball came here, Sam stood up from his seat and probably was expecting the camera to zoom in onto his face. Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Oh, this man loves the camera, isn't he?
Watching the ball.
Now we can understand. You just want to watch the ball. The other day you were looking for the guard.
Oh, how did that not meet the stumps? Inside edge. Thickish inside edge, I would say. Mudassir, lucky to survive.
And I say these conditions will change now. It will be hard to bowl in the second innings. So already over here, bowling first team who certainly enjoys. But I tell you, we might have a match out of this. Fisher out it, and has he got the edge on it?
Yes.
And that's given a wicket on a very, very wrong time for Pacific Group.
Well, yeah, Mudassir, he was trying to accelerate. He was trying to go big, but not to be so. Edged and taken, and that will be the end of yet another wicket. 149 for 8 as Mudassir departs. Banged it short. And look at that stare that he gave to the wicketkeeper. He knew that he's gone. Walking out. Mudassir Ghulam gone. 7 of 7.
Hello, Uzair is to bowl his final last 3 deliveries, and I tell you, those 3 deliveries worth nothing but the gold.
Can he finish them off? He just needs 2 good deliveries. Oh, did that carry? Did that carry? Yeah, looking at the wicketkeeper's expression, I feel that there was a chance. I want to have a look at that again while Mujahid would wrap his pads up properly. He probably wasn't expecting to come out and back. Again, a lot of personal choices whether to keep that strap on the inside or outside. Abid?
Well, I think that disturbs when those get together, and that's what happened there. You can dominate there, Uzair. It's just the tail enders of Pacific Group. The captain is out there, Mujahid, I mean.
Well, Mujahid has a task on hand, if not with the bat, I'm sure with his field placements, bowler selection, and with the ball himself.
Yeah, you can bowl him short, but expect the same when he'll ask his bowlers to do the same. Yeah, that's again banged it short, but a very good over. Yeah, that concludes. Yes, it has. Very good over. Banged it short, difficult to play. 149 for 8, one final over to go. Oh, that has been hit. That is going up in the air. Could be a chance. Fielder settling underneath, but goodness me, he just overran and put the chance down and conceded 4 runs. All drama here.
Oh, come on, that should have been taken. That was in the air for eons. All the fielder had to do was judge it. And it's not that it gone vertical. It went up. Yes, these catches are difficult, but it was just coming down in one way. And all the fielder had to do was settle in well. Overran and misjudged. And not just that, add insult to injury, the ball went over the fence for a 4.
Yeah, the next time he'll get up by jumping, the 150 comes up. Oh, that's been also hammered on the onside. The umpires are maybe checking for the no ball. That was full toss, bit too high, but pardoned, I think. Yeah, that's a legal delivery. Not the delivery you want to bowl when those crucial stage of the game you are at, the final over. There are 2 runs completed and Irfan will keep the strike, and certainly Irfan seems to be the right man to take the charge here. 155. Can they go further? Oh, that is also hit up in the air, and they'll be up for 2. Good running.
Oh yeah, definitely good running. They're literally going for everything. Any ball that comes, wherever it comes, they're going and swinging the bat. Irfan knows that that's what they have to do. But I tell you what, the last couple of deliveries they've been running too, and they would be out of breath right now.
And plus, you're not used to bat. You rarely get a chance to come out and bat. But Irfan is a very good all-rounder. I've seen him around. He's an all-rounder. Oh, clearly hits it with just the right man and the right direction there. He missed earlier, but this time he'll not.
Well, yeah, this time he was manning the boundary. He wasn't a few yards inside. That helps. It's easier to come in as compared to go back. Now, for the last ball, I beg your pardon, there are 2 more deliveries to go. It's going to be Mujahid on strike. So left hand, right hand combination yet again, which means change in field, run around, set your men in the right position, and the bowler has to make all the amendments too.
I haven't seen Mujahid tonguing any 6 yet. In fact, not able to hit the ball, but they'll run off. The byes will be called by the umpire, but more importantly, Irfanullah comes on strike. That's the important thing. That's what they need to do. I reckon Irfan should have come in a lot earlier. And they lost Adil Malik, or maybe I think Fahad Nawaz. That was the time when Irfan should have come. We have seen him playing some fearless shots earlier as well. He's a good all-rounder, very good fast bowler, swings the ball away. But as a batter, he can also get you those few punches and 6s.
Utility players, that's what is required now. One last delivery. Can he finish off on a high? Irfan. Bolden! What a delivery! On the money. Mohammad Adil, he finishes in style, picks up a wicket on the last ball. He has been expensive, but a Yorker to finish right in the block hole. He knew where Irfan would go, and he knew if his ball pitches right, he's picking up the wicket. 20 overs completed, 159 for 9, Pacific Group.
160 would be the target set there. That was the final delivery. Irfan tries to throw all the kitchen sink at it. Got it completely right, Mohammad Adil there. And that's the dismissal. The final man did not come out to bat, but they lost 9 wickets in terms of putting the total on board. For a moment we thought it would be a huge, but courtesy some great bowling from Dubai Gymkhana, they restricted the Team Pacific Group below 160. That's the batting, where the positive is Fahad Nawaz, who scored 43, and 29 of Adil Malik was very useful there. None of them could only manage to pass the double figures, yes, but not on to the 20s as well. So bowling, Tashfeen Yasin has been the pick of the bowler for me. Just the economy of 5.7 And also, of course, Uzair Haider was bowled 4 overs, 3 wickets, and economy also similar to his partner is 5.7. What a great bowling there was. Every bowler chipped in and picked up a wicket there. Adil got 2, but one thing to be concerned is 19 runs given as extras. They need to work on that, I tell you.
So the final news from the centre, 160 required for Pacific Group to defend, and Dubai Gymkhana, they'll need to score those if they're looking to win this game in 120 deliveries. We'll come back after a quick short break.
Good evening and welcome back to the ICC Academy Ovals. We're all set for the second innings of this encounter between Pacific Group and Dubai Gymkhana. This is the SkyX.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-2023, powered by Fan Code. The batter's out, the fielder's out, the umpire's out, and so is Abid. How are you, Abid? Good evening to you.
Thank you. We're all out there to call this beautiful game and to witness how the Pacific Group will defend that 160. But I tell you what, it is not easy to bowl because the conditions just started to get wet. The dew is just dropping in, taking its place nicely, where there will be a difficult for bowlers to grip the ball. Well, certainly the batters will enjoy the conditions more. Yes, it's two right-handers out there, the regular pair, Asher and Uzair. There you go, Irfanullah. Expect some fast, quick bowling and outswingers as well. Immediately off the mark there, Syed Asher.
A good bit of fielding, but he cannot prevent the single. Wasn't a bad ball to bowl actually. But he did well there, was got on the back foot, sliced the bat, and they'll get their first runs on the board, which brings Uzair Haider on to strike. He was the man of the match in the previous game they played. Scored a very nice 50. In the end, they won that match by a very small margin. Irfan will want to pick up early wickets here because that 160 looks very gettable on this ground. We've seen how bigger scores have been chased down. Slip in place. Oh, look at that. An in-swinger. Uzair Haider decided to cut that, but boy, it wasn't even close. There was no cut shot there. Good ball.
I cut him. Now that is what the wicket was doing in the last part of the first inning. That's what we witnessed when Mohammad Adil was planting those cutters so good, and it was really difficult, almost unplayable for the left-hander Mujahid Amin. The right-hander was just managing to tuck it around, and so the last few deliveries was absolutely brilliant. There you go.
Oh, that's been hammered. That's nicely hammered. Wilson offer threw his hands at it over the infield for the first boundary of this innings for Dubai Gymkhana.
Well, the key to win for PGA is simply as that: get this man out early. Uzair Haider, if he gets there, settles himself, bats 6 or 7 overs, your case will get only worse and worse. What a beautiful shot. Confident looking shot there from Uzair Haider, the player of the match from the previous game.
Yeah, the toss, Hamdan from Pacific Group said that they'd like to put up 200 on this track, but fell well short of it. So they will be feeling that little psychological setback rather. Irfan. Oh, throws everything at it, but he won't mind. Didn't get the sweet spot of the bat, but he got a spot good enough that it allows the ball to run away to the boundary past that fielder at fine leg. So a French cut for a 4. Back-to-back boundaries.
There goes hard swing. Yeah, lucky that the fine leg was up and the result is 4 runs. Now he's even practicing on the onside.
Yeah, that's the shot he was looking to play actually. Maybe a little too late at it. That's why picking up that inside edge. But he won't mind the result. 151 needed from 116. It's been a decent start so far. 9 off the first over with a couple of deliveries to go. Irfan will want to finish well. Oh, that's a lovely looking delivery. He's been swinging it in all this while, and suddenly out of nowhere he shapes it away from the right hander. Uzair was preparing himself to cut that away, but was taken aback.
Well, if you have noticed, some great work with the gloves behind the stumps. There you go. Fahad Nawaz, excellent holding on to it. Just missed the outside edge by inches. Very close.
I think surprised himself, Irfan. Moving away from the right hander. Uzair will have 2 minds. So with that ball, what he's done is he's put a question in the batter's mind. He won't be sure which way it's going to go.
Generally, he swings out. Those were the cutters, I think. And there you go. Just came in the final one. So he's swinging the both ways. First over gone, 9 for none. Mudassir Ali there. He brings the ball in. Yeah, that's what he'll do all day long. Keep on banging it in to the right-hander. Got a good pace.
Yeah, watch the first one, Ashir. Nicely facing that with a straight bat. Came on to him nicely. 9 for none. Now they're chasing 160 here. They don't need to be really aggressive at the top. Just stay on that required run rate. There's the kind of form Uzair is in. If he bats, like you said, if he bats power play and beyond, they'll feel that they've got this bat in the bag. But they shouldn't be complacent. Just because they bowled well, they still have to finish this task.
That's from the tail end of the bat, not even middle it. That went cleared and just fell short from the boundary line. What a good shot. Punch.
Yeah, good option to take, isn't it? You know, third man finally got down the circle, down in the boundary line. So mid-off have to be up, which means he can take that risk. Just chip it over. Good thing there was he was in control of the shot. Didn't try to hit it too hard, Ashirya Hasnain. It was full, it was there to be driven, and he almost lofted it with intention over the field at mid-off for a boundary. So 13 now, 3 boundaries already in this innings, just the second over in progress. We saw Pacific Group when they were batting, the boundaries were hard to come by early on. So they've got off to a good start here. Makes room for himself, Ashir, but they will cross over for a single. This is good running, this is good batting. A boundary, push it in the gap, get a single.
Well, one thing I think the Dubai Gymkhana can do is to not give wicket to Pacific Group. The soon you pick up wicket there, you will see the different team. It's the pressure. The first half is clearly belongs to Dubai Gymkhana, and to win and register the victory over Pacific Group, the key is to keep the wicket in hand, despite even if you get a little less in the power play. But if you have all wickets in hand for the remaining overs, you'll have the upper hand in the game.
He was shaping to hit that on the onside, but all he gets is a slice off the bat. Good job there by Hamdan to stop that from going away to the boundary. And I think that's the mistake Pacific made, didn't they? They weren't getting those runs early on, so they had to take a couple of risks, played a couple of shots in aggression, and sort of lost their way on the top of that innings. That's why they couldn't get beyond 159. Yes, there was a bit of repair work done there in the middle, the 6-wicket partnership being useful for them, but they look back and they think, you know what, guys, we could have exercised a bit more patience at the top. And had we kept those wickets, things would have been very different.
Hamdan Tahir I saw in that field. He's the wicket keeper who came for the toss. Oh, that's it. Over the long on. 4 runs. What a confident looking shot that is.
Slapped, wasn't it? Not even full to be hitting behind the bowler. But he took that from outside off stump, Uzair Haider. He knew where to go. Just above that fielder. Very good execution. And he gets a boundary. So 2 boundaries off this over now. The pressure right back on the bowling team. They started off well with the ball. They've started off well with the bat. Dubai Gymkhana on top of the game. They are in the driving seat now. It's time for the wise heads of the Pacific Group. Some very experienced cricketers. Time for them to come together, formulate a plan and try and slow down this rate of scoring. They're already going at 9.8 per over. Just 7.8 required. So somebody needs to put their hands up, break this partnership, get early wickets for Pacific Group. Otherwise, this game is slipping away from them. A little hiccup there and it's run up from Mudassir. Good, important last ball coming up here. He'll want to finish well. Uzair is looking in the mood tonight. He's played that very nicely. Almost went straight to the hands of Adil Malik. Luckily for him, it fell just short. He'll be counting his stars there.
Yeah, the uppercut. There you go. Just fall short and bounce in front of the big man. Well, that's the end of the over number 2. 19 for none. it's Irfanullah once again. Oh, that was quick, pacey. And they're checking on Uzair. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, good bounce, wasn't it? On his chest. He tried to get over it instead of getting under it. That's why got it straight on his chest. Still feeling it, isn't it? Tomorrow morning, I see a big red spot there when he takes off his shirt.
Yeah, some blue spots will be there. If it hit him somewhere, the chest area, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just coming out to have a look. He's feeling that he's still rubbing that area, isn't he? I hope he's all right. He has a smile on his face, which is good to see. But even the best of athletes don't want to show that they're in pain. They always like to rub it off, even though it might be a bit more serious.
Yeah, but you need to rub it off. I mean, that's very important. You just can't be standing like you're a macho man and can't be feeling anything. Yeah, if you feel it, you rub it.
Right, looks like Uzair is all right. I'm very happy for him. He's a good batter. He'll want to bat long today. Irfan, short one to begin with, and he's rattled the batsman a little bit. Wonder what to expect the next ball. Will it be short? Will it be full? Let's see what he does. Oh, short again! He's really scaring Uzair now. Now he'll be playing with the question on his mind. He'll be wondering, okay, this guy's after me. He's after my head.
Yeah, usually you see when you hit the batter, you try to get a little calm down as he gets hurt. Not the case. It's the game. Irfan wants to win. Very important.
Yeah, I think earlier in one of the shots that we got, I saw Mohammad Wasim and Bidoff indicating to Irfan that just keep bowling there. I saw him just moving his hands towards the chest. Very aggressive cricketer, isn't he? Wasim, that's why he's so successful. UAE national, played in the World Cup. Bags and bags of experience for him.
Yeah, the third is up. Well, that's up in the air. Wasim trying to get underneath it. Safest fielder, but that's difficult one. But he did well to push it back on the right time. Did not know exactly where the boundary line is.
He ran very well. Chased it all the way. Had his eyes fixed on the ball all the way until the boundary line. And when he realized that he's not going to get there, watch that. It went really high up in the air. Wasim was up at mid-off. And he started running backwards straight away. Had his eyes fixed on it. Look at that. The moment he realized he's not going to get to it, he made sure that he can at least stop the four, which is brilliant work, brilliant presence of mind, superb awareness of where the boundary line is, and he saved a couple of runs for his team. These are the ones that matter. These are the ones that will win you games.
It's the efforts you need to put. The third is up. That's the reason he's trying to glide it and pass the fielder there. Well, the idea is to bang it short, but you keep the third in. That's a risky move.
Yeah, he'll have to take those risks. If they have to pick up wickets, those are risks they'll have to take. But I like the variations that Irfan has brought into this over. He's mixed it up, couple of short ones, one full, and then another good length delivery. He's got two more to go. It'll be interesting which way he wants to go. Uzair is still on strike.
Yeah, only two given in this over. And that two also had a little bit of a drama in that. So absolutely right on target, Irfanullah. Again trying to pass that third, and Mudassir is getting a lot of traffic on his way.
Yeah, and that's the exact length that even the Pacific batters were struggling to get away. Nice and straight on a good length. You can't do much about it because remember, most of these bowlers aren't express, but they are good enough to put that doubt in the batsman's mind. Should I go back foot? Should I play it off the front foot? Should I just wait and try to cut it off? And most importantly, he's bowling to his field. He's got a deep square leg. Fine leg is down. Those are the two fielders down in the boundary line and the rest are up. So anything on the off side, Uzair is waiting for that width to be offered. It's been a good over. He wants to finish well here. Just 2 runs given away. Oh, did he get some back to that? Had he got some back to that, that's an unfortunate reprisal. It went straight to the keeper's hand. It was a regulation catch. In fact, the umpire had signaled the boundary, so he did get back to it. Oh, that's a chance put down. An easy one.
Well, I wonder if he got any nick onto it. It was very close. But Fahad Nawaz not bringing that body line behind the ball. Or maybe he was not expecting even that kind of a bounce. It's 25 for none at the end of 3, Dubai Gymkhana.
Mudassir gets another over. Ooh, he also starts off with a short one. So it looks like they've figured out this is the way they're going to go. Short, bang it in, and really rattle the batter. It has worked for Irfan. Oh, look at that. Well directed. Very well directed. Uzair had to move away from it.
There was Asher certainly, who's very tall, and it's really hard to get that bounce of this wicket. This wicket has the bounce, yes, we have seen, but at times we have seen the bowlers struggling to carry that kind of a bounce there. But these bowlers of the Pacific group are doing a fantastic job by banging it short, getting extra rip, straight to the fielder. No chance of a run. That's Hamdan Tahir for you.
He could have hit that in the gap. He had enough time. Saw with eyes lit up, went after it. He didn't time it too well, and that's why it went straight to the fielder. The problem with Pacific is, yes, they've bowled well, bowled very good deliveries, but they haven't picked up a wicket. That'll be troubling them. It'll really be playing on the mind of the captain. How are they going to prize out that wicket? They got a chance in the last over. It was put down by the keeper. And Uzair is the kind of batter you don't want to give chances to. Ashir is on strike, the tall lad. He's played a couple of good-looking strokes.
You know, the Pacific can feel that they have slightly shorter target set by their batters. They need to really work hard. It's the bowler who need to get them out of the trouble there.
This time they cross over for a single, even though they hit it straight to the fielder. Or did they? No, they actually couldn't. So Ashir will keep strike. They did attempt it, but I think Uzair, realizing that it was straight at the keeper, was too risky a single to take. But yeah, they've stemmed the flow of runs in the last couple of overs. They haven't erred in length too much. And that short ball really working in their favour. The batter struggling to get away.
Especially now, these 3 deliveries back to back dot balls. You can see that change in the required run rate. It was the current who was at the upper hand. That has been lofted, and straight to the fielder. Mujahid Amin takes the catch, and that's a first wicket for Dubai Gymkhana.
That is what dot balls do for you. That is what pressure does for you. You bowl a few good deliveries and you will prize out that mistake from the batter. And Uzair Haider here really frustrated with the barrage of short stuff. The moment he sees something full, and it wasn't even full enough to play that shot, he hits it straight to the fielder at mid-on. And what a fine catch there. Well judged, well taken, and a deserving wicket for Pacific Group. Syed Ashir goes for 6. It's 26 for 1. Muhammad Hassan MT is out to bat for Dubai Gymkhana. Oh, that's a full delivery. Digs it out. Muhammad Hassan MT gets off the mark. He won't want to go home empty tonight. Bag full of runs for him if he wants his team to win.
No chances. You have restricted the star-studded lineup below 160. Got a plenty of options, and that's the right approach to bowl to the new batter. The early morning, they struggle to bring the bat down in time for any batter coming in.
Yeah, right there. Good ball to start off with. It's been a good over. 1 run, a wicket. Mudassir got his tail up. Mudassir still lining up, and this time it's another one of those slap shots behind the bowler. Made room for himself. He just hit it so hard. Even if there was a fielder there, he would have let it go.
That was hit nicely, and that 4 would take the pressure out. 30 for 1 at the end of 4. Mujahid Amin. A spin in attack and has been taken for the attack.
It's as if Muhammad Hassan was waiting for the spinner to come in. And that's not the length you want to bowl. That's not the first ball you want to bowl. Outside, in fact, on the leg stump. It was going for a wide, but Hassan decided it was a good opportunity to just send that across to the boundary line down at fine leg. So a loose start from Mujahid, the left arm spinner. He'll want to correct himself early on. Again, just a reminder, not a very big total is being chased here. 160. Required run rate 7.96, under 8. Oh, that's a wide again. So that drift he's getting is pushing it down the leg side. He needs to get that control.
Yeah, he's brought himself into the attack there. Probably looking for another wicket. So that's the idea from the captain. Just playing it with the soft hands there, Hassan. I think that's the right thing to do. Let Uzair Haider take the charge. Spend some time in the centre and has been hitting the ball quite nicely.
And the good thing for Dubai Gymkhana is that they don't need to really worry about really tonking the ball every ball. That required run rate under 8. So every once in a while, just get a boundary off every over. There will be loose balls on offer. Make use of those. That's been hit. It's got the inside part of the bat. Luckily for him, there's no fielder there. He's in the deep mid-wicket. So it'll just be a single. Remember, we're still in the power play. There's a deep mid-wicket. And long on in position. Those are the two fielders in the deep. So very close to each other. Lots of space on the offside.
Yeah, but the idea is to bowl onto the pads.
Yeah, that's not on the pads. That's been cut away. But a good stop by the fielder there. Anything to the left or right of him would have run away to the boundary. They'll just get a single.
Irfanullah, it is the fielder, who's been taken out of the attack, and I think he was the one who was bowling right. It should have been from the other end.
Again, too close to cut. That was a good ball by Mujahid, but they still do cross over for a single. So now they're taking a leaf out of the batter's page for Pacific Group. They're dropping it and they're running for quick singles. Mujahid has given away 8 runs in this over. In fact, 9 runs including the wide. So it's been a bit expensive compared to his colleagues who've bowled with some discipline. Skipper needs to put his hand up and get better. Muhammad Hassan will face this last ball. That's a good ball. That's a very good finish to the over. 5 done. 25% of the game is over. At least of this innings, 39 for 1. Adil Malik has been brought into the attack, and that's nicely played in the gap. Wow, that is precision batting. Didn't hit it too hard, stayed on the back foot, sliced his bat, and that went straight in the gap between point and cover.
But I tell you, he just brought it in the time, on the time. Slightly late, would have got his wicket out. Adil Malik starting with the wicket to wicket channel. So that says there is a huge hunger for the wicket.
And it wasn't a bad ball, to be honest. Uzair Haider just being very smart there, the way he played that. He's got off to a good start, hasn't he? 25 of 18. They should be pouring Pacific Group. They don't want to see this man bat for too long, and that's why they've brought in the leg spinner to bring a different challenge here. And be down the leg side, a leg by most probably. Let's see what the umpire says. Yes, he will raise his leg and say a leg bias. So Adil Malik struggling for control there.
Yeah, it's just the start for the leg spinner. Yeah, it takes a little time for the spinners, especially the leggies.
That's gone high up in the air. Will it be taken? Is there a fielder there? Nope. He can't get there on time. And that will be a 6. Just falling outside the boundary line. So Mohammad Hassan has come out with some intent, and he's decided, I'm going to be the aggressor, while Uzair looks to play the long innings.
Yeah, just hit it over with a lot of bottom hand involved. Wasim there couldn't stop that one. Just over the fence for a maximum 50 up with that 6 runs from Mohammad Hassan.
Struggle, isn't it? Bowling with a wet ball. That's a good ball. That's a very good ball, but he isn't able to stop it off his own bowling. Wasim too, not the best of fielding efforts. So a single. That's good. Get the 6. Crossover. Give the strike to your partner. That run rate now at 9 per over. Very, very healthy. Chasing just 160. I think he's under the pump here. 11 runs off his 4. Even the previous over was a little expensive. So Pacific Group, after picking up that wicket, slowly steering away. They managed to create some momentum, some pressure, and prize that wicket. But after that, they were a bit too loose.
You're firing onto the pads, Adil Malik there. But he just couldn't stop those 2 boundaries, which is 4 and a 6, which made this over look huge. To make over that, Adil has to pick up a wicket, I think.
Yeah, this last ball will be important. We talked about Dew. We always talk about Dew when it comes to matches here at ICCA Academy. He didn't seem to trouble the captain too much out at the toss. He said we are used to bowling with the Dew, so that we don't think that's going to trouble us too much. But clearly Adil bringing out that towel quite early on in the game, in the second innings. Oh, he looked to hit that over mid-off, and he's pushing off for a single. There's nowhere a single over there. Now he smiles about it, but it could have ended very badly for him. Power play done. It's a good start for Dubai Gymkhana. 52 for 1.
The spinner continues, Mujahid Amin. So another spinner joins me in the comm box. Super Neil Oja, welcome.
Thank you so much, Avid. I'm glad you remember my bowling style. Haven't bowled in quite a while.
Yeah, that's been the case with all of us, isn't it?
No, I still bat.
Apish over the bowler head and 4 runs. That's been the case. Uzair fires it up.
Well, that's right. If Wasim can't stop it, I don't know if anyone can. This was hit absolutely straight-ish. Wasim was standing quite square. He put in a big effort, but not to be so.
A big pressure there on Pacific. They just picked up 1 wicket. And the wicket they were looking for was Uzair Haider. They still cannot take him out. Too close to cut. That ball kept a little low. Mujahid used a lot of shoulder there. Tried to bowl the quicker one. Well, all around the ground you see, you will find only exceptional players for Pacific Group.
No doubts about that.
Short.
Again, came in sharp. Straight to the fielder. So I can definitely tell you that Pacific is trying to put pressure, but what they need to do is pick wickets. The required run rate of just 7.8. This is not going to help. You need to pick wickets if you intend to win this game. Oh, that was close. That could have been a wicket. Uzair, so lucky.
Well, I think it's a risky move to try to play the cut shot there. You better come on to the front foot and drive it. Take a single rather looking for the boundary. It's a ploy to keep the third up.
This time in the gap. Will it race away? No, the fielder will cut it. It'll be a couple of runs to end the over. 7 overs gone. It's 58 for 1. Adil comes in. First delivery will get a single.
Well, one could only ask for the better attack spin. Adil Malik and Mujahid Amin, 2 fantastic spinners. But the job is huge. The responsibility is mighty. To take a wicket here, both of these batters are playing with a healthy strike rate and also not giving away anything easy.
You're right. The ball still wet. Maybe still needs some little bit of drying. Oh, look at that turn. The ball did grip on the surface and went across.
Yeah, some positive signs there for Pacific Group. They really need to work hard because the current and required run rate both are almost at the same position, neck to neck. Apish on the onside. We'll find a fielder, Mayank Chaudhary. A brilliant player he is.
Yeah, upset with that run out that happened with him, Mayank. The scoreboard would have looked slightly different if he had stuck around. Not to be so. Adil, he's got a task cut out. He needs to pick wickets.
A pretty tall for leg spinner.
Well, always an advantage if you're tall. Not just for fast bowlers but for spinners as well. You get to get the ball coming from a very good height.
That height is generally above the eye line of the batter, and if that's the case, for most part of the trajectory of the ball, the batter is unable to see the ball, and that away from the eye line kind of a setup makes it slightly difficult for the batter to gauge where the ball is coming from and what kind of ball it is. Yes, no, and the ball will run away towards the fence, 4 runs.
Well, that's an odd bounce in front of the fielder. Really can't do anything about it. That should have been stopped there. Look at that. Cut it too close to cut. Just got it completely wrong there. And that will just frustrate the bowler and the captain as well. The planning was there. They wanted Butter to play there. That's the first boundary Adil just conceded in this over. He tried to make a comeback and contain some runs. The sloppy piece of fielding.
Yeah. While the boundaries are coming, they're also ensuring that they take those singles and doubles consistently. A single there to end the over. 8 overs gone. It's 66 for 1. Himayatullah. He bowls short, and that has been taken beautifully. Uzair Haider was almost waiting for that ball to come. He probably expected that one to be a shorter one. And look at the way he opened the face of the bat. Just directing the ball over the fence for a max.
Well, so beautifully he did. He got the result as 6 runs. You rarely see that kind of a shot give you 6. Well, nothing for the third. That was sheerly used the pace of the bowler. And that got the bat underneath so perfectly. So once a bowler gets a hit on a very first delivery, he goes on a back foot and tries to contain some runs because not enough runs on the tank.
You're right. Now where does Himayatullah bowl? Does he bowl a fuller length delivery trying a Yorker? Because if he misses, there'll be more run. Or does he continue with the hard length? Yeah, he bowls that same hard length. Ball comes in. Will get a single though. Sensible cricket by Uzair. Got a 6. Very next delivery takes a single. Gets off strike.
Uzair watched that ball really till last moment. And that's the way when you don't really want to lose your wicket. You just got a 6 on a very first delivery and you got a 48 runs partnership. You're just around to get that 50 runs partnership, and the partnership plays a big role in run chase. Yes, they have done so good. That first partnership was not too bad as well. But this is even better.
87 of 70. Towards fine leg, and that'll be a boundary yet again. It's music from both the speakers now.
Well, both ends now firing up. It's Hassan who flicked it beautifully on the onside, and that goes for 4 runs, and the 52 runs partnership comes up. Uzair on a 49, Hassan on 20 runs, 83 required. I think the game is pretty much now slipping on Dubai Gymkhana's favour because they haven't picked up the wicket. The wicket is the key over here. If you bowl them 20 overs, you're not going to defend that total.
You're right. Need to pick wickets. Will they be able to pick wickets is the question now. Soft hands will get a single. Very sensible. You see this. A 6 single. Boundary single. Very, very sensible cricket. Mighty impressed with the approach here by the Dubai Gymkhana boys. They're literally toying and dictating the terms of this game now.
Very much in control there. Uzair Haider especially, who's been opening for the Dubai Gymkhana and got the Player of the Match award the other day. It seems to be another one for him in the bag. If he gets going like this in a similar fashion, he's just a few runs away from that 50.
5 runs. 1 hit away. This time towards the third man. Third man is standing deep. Will just get a single. And that is Uzair. He's celebrating his half century. I don't know what's the confusion. We'll have to wait and get clarity on that.
And we're just checking on that, maybe. Because for us, he's on 46 of 33. It's just it doesn't really matter if you get the 50 or not, but it's the result. It's the approach that he has put the big team like Pacific Group on a back foot. Glides it, and he is the third there. Didn't time it well. We saw that last time he played towards the third, it was a 6. 9 overs gone. 80 for 1.
Mujahid comes in. First ball, quick single. And now Uzair will come on strike. Single for Hassan. Uzair is just 1 hit away as per our calculations. $81 for 1. The price should be on the big. The eye should be on the big prize rather. 7.29 the required run rate, and they wouldn't mind playing away Mujahid. See if you can get a single or double max. Don't really try and go crazy. Don't try and gift your wicket to him. He's a wily fox, I can tell you that. Mujahid
Makes room. Chops it off. Gets 4 runs. Well, Mujahid, no Mujahid, they will attack, and they are doing so.
Well, yeah, and that boundary brings up the 50 for Uzair. And look at that. That ball was darted into the right-hander. He moved away and beautifully timed it for a boundary. Uzair, 50 of 35, including 8 fours and 14 dot balls.
Oh, that's been tongued up in the air. No chance. That's going for some classes into the school.
Well, yeah, they need schooling and they're getting it now. 91 for 1 in 9.4's required run rate, crashing down like stock market.
Powered it down with that bottom hand. That ball seemed to be a star on the sky. Great 6 from Uzair Haider. Slow on now, plays it with soft hand. That's the key, I tell you, Neil. Attack the premier bowler. The remainers will get onto the back foot.
Again, an expensive over, 12 runs of this over. At one point, it looked like that they might just see through Mujahid's over, but not. That's not the plan. Dot ball, and that is it. End of the 10th, 92 for 1. It's going to be Adil Malik with the responsibility of the ball. 2 overs, 20 runs he's given. He's been expensive. But it's not about the runs that you're giving, it's about the wickets that you're picking, and these guys haven't been able to pick wickets. 92 for 1 in 10. While they were batting, they had conceded 9 wickets. A shout there, ball definitely going down, and I'll welcome Sam in the com box.
Thank you, Neil. Well, if I was the captain of Pacific, I'll be looking around the ground, looking at my teammates and wondering who am I going to give the ball to, because all of them have been disappointing tonight, and that's largely thanks to Uzair, who's batting beautifully on 57, and it's not just hard hitting of the ball. I had to stop halfway there. And it's not just, going out there and being aggressive and hitting big shots. You pointed out earlier, boundary and then crossover for a single. Boundary, this is very, very intelligent batting. Signs of a mature, wise batter.
Well, yeah, they've got their head on the right shoulders. Adil comes in again, tossed up delivery this time, driven. And even in the previous over, we saw this when Mujahid came into bowl. Both these batters took a single, a dot ball, and then once they realized what he's bowling after a couple of deliveries, they took charge. And now, maybe that's the same thought that's going on.
Yeah, and they can afford to do that thanks largely to their bowlers, because they know they aren't chasing too much, or they can afford to take that time. Watch the bowler, see what he's doing. Oh, he's chopped it on. He's chopped it on. We've seen a few tonight that have been cut from too close. Muhammad Hassan tries to do the same, but that ball, instead of going away from him, came into him. And Adil has picked up a very, very important wicket. Is this the window that they've been looking for to get this game back in their favour?
Well, yeah, they've got the foot in the door with that. Trying to cut a ball that was way close to the body. Premeditated, I would say. And Muhammad Hassan will have to walk back. 23 of 16 for him. It's 93 for 2.
Syed Hasnain Raza is the new batter for Dubai Gymkhana, so he has to now start. Adil Malik for the second time now in this over, just stepping away from that delivery stride.
Hey, this could be a pressure tactic to a new batter, you know. In the mind, there are multiple things that are running. Oh, look at that. Come on, you can't be trying to be Surya Kumar Yadav on the first ball that you come to face. And that too, there's no pace in Adil's bowling. He's bowling those slower ones. To play that shot, you need to have pace on the ball so that you can just connect when the ball takes off. Here, the max that you will be able to get the ball to is maybe square leg.
Yeah, that's right. Fine leg is up in the circle. That's probably why he got tempted to play that shot. But now Adil has dropped him back. Oh, that might be going down leg. So Adil isn't interested. There might be a chance for a run out here. Ooh, direct hit would have had him in serious trouble here. Syed Hasnain living quite dangerously. Wasim is back on the field.
Yeah, the way he ran, I'm sure that directed and you have been running all the way to the pavilion. But I reckon the umpire also will probably give him a warning. He's running right in the center of the wicket. Syed Hasnain, he has to get his bearings right, maybe try and understand, get his head around. He's been sitting in the dugout for quite some time.
Well bowled. This is the over that Pacific have been looking for all this while. A wicket and just 2 runs. This is the window they're looking for. 94 for 2 after 11.
Required run rate slowly coming up, 7.33. Starts with the dot ball in the fresh over. It's a wide, beg your pardon. Yeah, we couldn't see it from that angle. The wide square angle, that's not going to help us.
Every once in a while we get to see that angle just to get a feel of the ground and what the conditions are like and the field placing. But yeah, that's not the way you want to start. You've just picked up a wicket in the previous over. Right now what's required of Mujahid is to stitch together some dot balls, create that pressure. He's gone for a few in his 3 overs. Yeah, just keep bowling there. Just keep bowling to your field. You've got a nice packed offside field. You have protection. Might as well just keep bowling that 4th stump line. Ask the batter to do something. Ask him to manufacture a shot. Don't give them freebies.
That's right. Try and get those dot balls going. Pressure will get you wickets. Middle stump line will be punished, will be a single.
Yeah, that's all Syed Hasnain need to do, doesn't he? He knows his partner Uzair Haider is in good form. He's timing the ball very nicely all day. Why do you have to take the risks then when you've got a partner you can trust? Mujahid's done well in this over. Just a 2 runs wide to begin with. Now what does Uzair do here? Does he keep on playing with that positive aggressive approach, or does he take on that anchor's role? He knows only one way to play, and that is to go big and go hard.
Well, yeah, the role that probably Syed Hasnain has to is to give strike to Uzair. He's been in the centre for a very long time to understand how the ball is behaving, what the bowler is doing, and is capitalizing on every opportunity that's coming his way. This one was slightly short, and when you bowl short on this wicket, the ball comes in nice and slow, and the batter gets that kind of time to plan and plant his shots.
Yeah, you have enough time to choose where you want to hit that, whether it's square of the wicket, square of the fielder, on the left or right of it. And with that boundary, the 100 has come up in just the 12th over. So very, very healthy going here for Dubai Gymkhana. They'll want Uzair to bat through. That will be the most important thing here for them now. Seems to be a small delay. It looks like they're still looking for the ball, or what exactly is going on here? Yes, we'll have a change of balls.
Mujahid will continue. After that boundary, there was a change in the ball. Ball has taken a lot of hammering. 33 he's given, not got a wicket. It's been expensive. And that's very unlike him. Very, very unlike Mujahid. A dot ball there.
He comes with a reputation of being nice and tight, picks up wickets, but today he struggled, hasn't he? Has been very inconsistent with his lines. Every time he's bowled wicket to wicket, the batters haven't been able to get him away, but unfortunately he hasn't done it enough for his own sake and for his team.
Punched it and beautifully done. There's a chase. He'll stop the ball. But I think I've been amazed by Uzair's batting today. He's done extremely well.
63 or 43, just the kind of innings you want to play when you're chasing that. Not a very big target of 160. Good fielding effort there. Fielding's been good by Pacific Group. And remember, Uzair also bowled quite well. 3 wickets for him, so real contender for the man of the match now. If he gets his team over the line, that is. Last ball coming up. Yeah, that's good. That's the line he wants to be on. For a moment, Syed Hasnain thought he could steal a single, but the keeper's up to the task. 59 required of 8 overs now. 101 for 2. Adil Malik has picked up a wicket now, so the captain will hope that he can pick up another one for him. Uzair, though, he's happy to play those expensive shots. This time a pull shot, not connecting all of it, gets a single.
Syed Hasnain, if you look at his stat, 1 run of 5 deliveries that he's faced, never looked in control from the ball that he came in, trying to play towards fine leg, trying to lap it. All those creative shots, all he needs to do is just punch the ball down, get a single and bring his partner on strike.
I mean, in his defense and in defense of most of the batters tonight, it's not the, look at that, it's not the kind of wicket you can come and straight away start hitting it through the line. That's a single of an under edge. You need to take some time, adjust. Like we said earlier, the balls may be holding on the track a little bit, coming a little slowly than you would want it to. You see all the batters that got runs today, they stayed there for a while, got their eye in, and once they were set, they were hitting it well.
You're absolutely right, and that's exactly what Syed Hasnain should be doing. Play with a straight bat. Keep the bat closer to your body, play it straight, and there's more than enough gaps in the field to get a single. It's not his job to get the big ones. They've got Uzair to do that, and this time he's gone up. Chance of a catch and taken. What a brilliant catch. He ran in a few yards, and Irfan has finally ensured that he takes this catch that could change the match now.
Yeah, catches win matches, don't they? And this is one from Irfan that is very, very important. He's picked up the wicket of the informed man Uzair, who's decided to play a shot too many and in the end perishes. But what a fine knock. 64 of 45. A little bit of trouble here for Dubai Gymkhana. 103 for 3. Right then, the perfect time for the skipper to come in, Waqas Ahmed Khan. His team cruising along, but with the loss of that wicket, might just find themselves in trouble. Oh, that one coming in quite fast, skidded through from Adil Malik. He's come back very well. Bowled a couple of expensive overs, but his third and fourth overs, mind you, have been really good.
No, you're absolutely right. This could be the game changer. What he's done in the last couple of overs, absolutely spot on. He changed ends for the last couple of overs, and that has produced results. And he'll take some doing. Now, this was down the leg, but it'll take some doing now. Mind you, there is an opportunity for Dubai Gymkhana to win this game, 57 or 43, but it's not going to be easy.
And what about that shot from Waqas that he played? Just a second ball is facing and he's looking to hammer that down on the leg side. Not the right approach, perhaps. We've said earlier, not the kind of pitch where you can just come and start tonking. Oh, and does that again. Just when we were saying that it's not the pitch where you can just come and start whacking away, Waqas has made that mistake. He's committed the crime of opening up his stumps, making room and giving that enough room for Adil, who has really struck a deal tonight with the ball. What fantastic bowling. 3 wickets for him, and suddenly now this game has opened up.
Well, yeah, a brilliant opportunity here. Adil has created a massive opportunity for the Pacific Group to break through the innings and win this game. One more man down. Mohammad Wasim has been given the responsibility of bowling, and I think it's something to do with taking the pace of the ball. He is a military medium, bowls good line and lengths, accurate with that. He doesn't really pace it up, and that's what is required. You don't give them pace, let the batsmen do the hard work, and for that I think they've got the right man for the job, Mohammad Wasim.
And with kilos and kilos of experience behind his back, he knows exactly what to do in conditions like this. In fact, his bowling spin, isn't he?
See, I told you, he is a man of multiple talents. Realize that there's a chance here. He's bowling those loopy off breaks. He bowls medium as well. He bowls these loopy off breaks. Depends on what is the requirement.
We call them hit me if you can balls. That's what he's offering to these two new batters. And very good ploy. Two new batters just come in, haven't seen too much. He's challenging them. Yeah, not the most convincing pull shots. That will go straight to the fielder. It'll just be a single.
You're right. That was a lucky save for Wasim. That was a hit me ball. But he's guarded his fielders really well, because he's bowling from the end. Where is he standing? Wait. Mohammad Aslam, did you actually forget to ask for a guard?
Exactly, unless he's seeing 6 stumps there for some reason. But maybe it's a ploy. Muhammad Aslam Shehzad, what are you up to? Oh, he wanted a wide. He wanted a wide. I wonder if he planned that, but he walked across at the last moment and he prized out a wide. Cat and mouse games.
Now, I've always had this debate on where do you bowl to a player who stands like this. Generally they don't. But if they move while you're bowling, do you follow the bowler, or do you follow the batter, or do you bowl to your stumps? And I've always been a fan of someone who bowls on the stumps. You stick to your line. Let the batter do the hard work.
Yeah, he's the one choosing to make the adjustment, so let him make the final adjustment too. That's a little too full. Tucked away on the leg side. Syed Hasnain will get a couple. Yes, that's a long boundary. So the fielder has a lot of ground to cover there. Wasim isn't happy with that effort.
Every bowler, somehow when the one becomes a double, he's not happy with the fielder, isn't he? He always believed that that can be stopped at a one. Now, 52 of 38. This equation is becoming a little tough now. They'll need a couple of good overs here, Dubai Gymkhana.
You're right. 8.2 the required run rate. It had come down in the vicinity of 6. And now, all of a sudden, it's just looking like a more and more difficult task.
But it's such a pity, isn't it? They've done up until the last over, they've done everything right, from the bowling to the batting on top order, but just those 2 quick wickets have completely changed the complexion of the game.
Experience. That's what experience is. Oh, there was a chance. There was a chance. They've been really good in the field. Pacific group. But here, dropped a chance. And that will be the end of the over. Look at that chance. Himayatullah missing out on that opportunity. 109 for 4 after 14.
Right, couple of successful spin overs, and we're back to the faster men. Mudassir, he will now bowl a very important 15th over in the context of the game. 51 of 36. Now, if the next couple of overs can be a bit quiet, then Pacific will feel they've got not just 1 foot but 1.5 feet into the game.
Not just that. Look at his stats. 2 overs, he's just given 15. If he replicates this, well, game on.
Brilliant stuff. This is very good. Line and length, wicket to wicket, not allowing the batter any room to free his arms.
Yeah, 51 required now of 35 deliveries. Required run rate slowly but steadily creeping up. It's going to 8.7 now. And the moment it touches 10, I tell you, it's going to knock up multiple bells there, and those won't be ringing for Dubai Gymkhana.
I'm already seeing on our left, the Dubai Gymkhana team has all come up to the fence. They're standing and watching this game, very intense, very concerned with the way things are going in the middle. That's nicely cut away. In fact, there is a fielder there, so he will just cut it off. And so he took a superb catch, Irfan. That was the one of Uzair, the wicket of Uzair that really opened up the floodgates.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. That one wicket, he probably was that one anchor that was holding on the ship. And now that anchor's gone, it all of a sudden looks like a weakish side, a side that has taken immense pressure on themselves. And mind you, this wicket is not going to help them if they don't apply themselves. They'll have to learn quick. They'll have to attack. They'll have to attack the bad balls. They'll have to get those singles and doubles going if they can't get the boundaries.
Bowled him. Made room. Again, not sure what the idea was. He knows he's going to bowl short because mid-on is up. So he's not going to give you a full length. He made room there, Shahzad. Cleared his leg. I'm not sure where he was trying to hit that inside edge onto the leg stump. And that's not the first time we've seen those stumps being rattled.
Well, yeah, again, poor shot selection. Wanted to go big. Didn't connect. 110 for 5.
Lot of complaints.
It's Aftab Alam who's come into bat. Intikhab Aftab Alam is the batter, and he will now have to contend with what has become a suddenly disciplined bowling effort from Pacific.
Well, that, and also to tell you this, that what Dubai Gymkhana needs is one batter who directs them, who guides them through.
Yeah, it got big on him. He wanted to cut that away. It got big on him. And that'll be another dot ball. These dot balls are gold currency for Pacific. And that one batter you're talking about, Neil, was Uzair. He needed to go on, played the first real false stroke, and paid the price for it, unfortunately, for Dubai Gymkhana. Oh, this will be a very unfortunate loss if it's going to sting. It's really going to sting because they were in control of the game for so long. And suddenly they just let it slip away.
Well, yeah, if you actually break down the game into phases, about 3 phases in the first innings, 3 phases in the second, Dubai Gymkhana had control of all 3 phases in the first innings when Pacific Group was batting. They had control of the first phase and maybe a lot about in the second phase also, but then wickets falling, problem created, and that is it. Dubai Gymkhana in trouble. 15 overs gone, 110 for 5.
Right, Wasim bowled a very innocuous off spin in the first over. Speaking of innocuous people, I've got a very innocent Abid Ibrahim in the com box. Abid, looks like Pacific are bossing this game now. Swept fine, and the fine leg fielder gets a hand to it, so stops the boundary, but it'll just be 2 runs for Dubai Gymkhana. They'll need much more than 2, Abid.
Yeah, indeed. They brought Wasim for a reason there. The off break there, Wasim. He doesn't do the off spin. We all saw that at the world stage in World Cup when the final over was given to Mohammad Wasim, and he had against of David Visa, where he bowled up medium pace and he's contained those runs, gave the victory to UAE.
The way he's bowling here, he might just end up bowling the last over, because this is now 47 of 28. Wow, Dubai Gymkhana, I'm baffled at how they've let this game slip away from them. Aftab Alam, can he put his hands up, play a couple of big strokes? And he does that. It has gone high up, but will it clear the fielder? The fielder is getting underneath it and he's taken a superb running catch here. I'll tell you what, in the night sky here in Dubai under lights, it's never easy to judge catches like that. But here the fielder has run in from long on and taken a splendid catch. Made it look extremely easy, but I tell you, they aren't easy to take.
Well, it's unstunned out there at the mid-off, and no wonder this man takes those catches every day at practice, and that has paid off in the matter when it mattered the most. Iftikhar Alam goes on a duck. It's 1-1-3 for 6. We have a match on, Samir.
Adnan Kaisar, the leg spinner, has now come into bat. I don't think he would have wanted to bat today. He bowled brilliantly, picked up 3 wickets. He thought he's done his job for his team, but clearly his batters, except for the top 3, have really let the team down. 47 of 26 now. And he's bowled him. Another one for Wasim and another wicket, rattling the stumps. This is falling away. Dubai Gymkhana, what are you doing? Gifting wickets here.
Well, indeed, that ball took just a little bit of pause there. And skid on the wicket. And the little bit of a turn did the trick there. Mohammad Adnan Kaisar departs. Another man going on a duck here. Well, when I left the com box, it was Dubai Gymkhana who was about to chase the total. When I came back, I don't know what happened. It's been rattled through the batting order. What a great comeback this is from Pacific Group. It's 113 for 7 now.
In all sorts of trouble, Dubai Gymkhana. And a rare left-hander in this batting lineup. Sohail Khan comes into bat. The question is, Abid, Sohail can or Sohail can't?
Well, that's been a big question there. Wasim would certainly love to bowl against him. It's 16 gone. The score is unmoved. It's 7 wickets down.
Mudassir, fast bowler, picked up 2 wickets, 2 very important wickets. Now he's back to try and close these things off. Getting really out of hand now for Dubai Gymkhana. They've lost all their batters. Syed Hasnain, the lone man standing there. I'll be hoping Dubai Gymkhana that he can somehow, that'll be a wide, somehow change gears, get onto an aggressive mode. He's struggled. The 10 of 15 has been a real struggle. He hasn't seen the ball too well. But he's the only slimmer of hope that Dubai Gymkhana has.
Well, Samir, it just took 6 overs for the game to take the complete change. Not even 6 overs, I think. The last 3 overs only, or 4. Where Adil Malik took out Uzair and Mohammad Hassan when he departed. Those 2 partnership, they were building a good partnership, and those 2 batters gone, and there has been a complete collapse.
That's nicely cut away, but that's straight to the fielder. The fielding has been brilliant tonight from Pacific. They've taken on some superb catches. They've been in the right positions, cut those boundaries. And for me, Abid, if you really ask me, if you really put it on one spot, the shot that was played by the captain, Waqas Ahmad Khan, really, really disappointing. You're the captain. You come in there at 4, 5. You want to take responsibility, anchor the innings, especially after you've lost someone in form like Uzair. You have to play a better shot than that. That is unacceptable.
Well, that's how it is. As simple as that. As a captain, you have a big responsibility. You need to lead the team as an example. Well, when you lose your wicket, really no one else to be blamed. Oh, that's stuck there. Yeah, I'm not sure if the bowler appeals here if he's out or not.
That was way above, wasn't it? Way above. Yeah, I was going down the leg. Oh, must have hurt. Syed Hasnain there. But he seems all right.
And I'll now tell you what, if he gets a bit of an inside edge, the ball gets stuck somewhere around the pads, And then he throws back to the bowler and he appeals. Is it out or not?
Yeah, I think that's a tricky one, to be honest. If you ask me, I'm no umpire, so I'm not sure if I know the right answer for that. But if he's to hold the ball from there, that's handling the ball, and that's straight away a wicket. So unless the bowler runs into him and picks it up from the pad and appeals, but I don't think that happens quite often. Oh, that's nicely hit. That's been powered away, and that is the short boundary, mind you. And he's just gotten over the line for a 6. Wow, Syed Hasnain brings out the power. A few more like this and they can be right back in the game.
But I certainly feel this is the over where you can catch it. Shorter side on the onside. If you want to hit it on the onside, that is the over for you to charge and bring back your team.
Come on now, Syed Hasnain, give us a couple of boundaries, make this match more interesting. You don't want to let Pacific Group have a comprehensive win over you, especially after you bossed 75% of the game. There's still some arsenal left in Dubai Gymkhana. Syed Hasnain hasn't given up, and he shouldn't. Oh, looking for that fancy shot. Not sure why he went for that. There was plenty of space on the offside. He could have nicely cut that away. But perhaps he's got different ideas. Fine leg is up in the circle, so the good option to take, but the execution wasn't perfect.
Well, I think that would have worked there for the batter if he would have got the 4 runs, 6 to 4 or 4. Would have put the Pacific on a group, the group of Pacific, under a bit of a pressure there because they don't have really a huge runs to defend. There is a bit of a challenge for these bowlers. They really cannot concede a lot of runs at the same time. They picked up 7 wickets. Now it's almost the final recognized pair. Take 1 more wicket.
That's short. That's been hammered. There is a fielder there, but he's on the line. So just be a single 1 bounce to Adil Malik, who's bowled really well tonight. So Mudassir finishes off very well. 4 overs for him done. His spell is over. That will be 2 for 24 for him. Or in fact, he has 1 more ball to go. Apologies there. The first one was a wide. So there's 1 more delivery to go here. 39 of 19 needed. Now, if this can somehow be deposited by Sohail Khan, who I don't think is a full-time batter by any means, but if he can somehow get that over the boundary line, it'll be 33 of the last one, then bring it under 20 in the last over, and we've got a game in the hands.
Well, indeed, if you ask me any of these batters that you want to pick up, I would not say Syed Hasnain. I would like to take that left-hander out, Sohail Khan, because of him. It's getting a left-hand and right-hand combination, which is quite tiring at this time. Well, that's a good shot. The longest part of the ground, but then he shuffled really well. Oh! Has he got him? Has he got him? Big shout. I think he just made it. Oh no. Oh, he's gone. He's out. Give it. What a great effort in the field.
Where they had to go for it. I would say he's missed out on that full toss. Had he stayed on his crease, he could have hammered that wherever he wanted. It's a longer part of the ground. But what a fantastic throw there. They had to go for the 2. Superb throw, superb take, and superb bit of keeping there. Just not good enough. He did put the dive in, but the umpire decided he was short. So another wicket falls down. Sohail Khan, he departs, trying to finish that double. It's 8 wickets down now. 38 needed of 3 overs.
Seem to continue there, and he's bowled it down the leg side. It's a wide he will start with.
Look at those figures. 2 overs. He's not even bowling his usual style. He's bowling off spin and he's picked up 2 wickets. That has really dented this chase from Dubai Gymkhana. Really, they'll be really disappointed with this. This is going to sting, this defeat, if they go on to lose this. And they'll have to go back to the drawing board, see if they can get a bit more depth in that batting. That's what has really let them down. That's going to be out. That's really going to be out. And yes, umpire Asif Ali says, well, I'm sorry, Tashfin, but I have to give you out there. In fact, it's Syed Hasnain who's looked for that sweep and he's been rattled plumb in front.
Well, that's your last recognized batter. In fact, yeah, he was just right in front. Yeah, Wasim knew it, big shout. The batter, in fact, knew it that he was caught at the front. Asif Iqbal takes the finger up, and that means the hope for Dubai Gymkhana will go down with Syed Raza, who takes the walk out. It's 1, 2, 3 for 9.
Mohammad Wasim has gone on to pick up 3 wickets here, and out comes Muhammad Adil to bat, the last batter for Dubai Gymkhana. Abid, Dubai were 92 for 1 at one stage and have absolutely fallen away to 123 for 9. It's a colossal collapse and this might just be over. Nah, that falls in between the two fielders. And they'll stop the boundary. Not too sure if he's done that convincingly, but they will cross over for a couple. So this has really been a disappointing collapse from Dubai Gymkhana.
And a huge collapse there. The wicket has been really down there. Meanwhile, it's been a good field effort from Akif Raja. He kept his percent out there to save the boundary. Yes, that's clean. Saving a boundary there.
Cut away. Fielder will cut it off, but they will cross over for a single. It doesn't matter. Pacific won't mind them running all day because 35 from 16, you need the big ones. And there's no one between these two batters who seem like they can clear the fence.
Now with this single adding now, that total of 34 runs, just in between 34 runs, they lost 8 wickets. That's some serious collapse.
Oh, just fishing that outside the off stump, asking Muhammad Adil to try and go up. He's probably looking for that top edge so the fielder can grab it with 2 hands and they can get all out. In the end, they're going to win quite comfortably, Pacific, if they pick up this wicket. Bowled him. That's another one for Wasim. 4 wickets for him. And a lot of the wickets today have gone by rattling the stumps. So from 92 for 1, they've gone on to get all out for 126, handing Pacific Group a very, very comfortable victory by 33 runs. Halfway, we thought that score is not going to be enough, but boy, they've turned things around in a matter of 5 to 6 overs.
Well, 34 runs and they lose 9 wickets during that. It's simple as that. When they had the game in grip, it was completely in control. We thought we have a match on and Dubai Gymkhana will go on to set the upset. But it is great bowling from Team Pacific Group. They really stood together and played as a group. Adil Malik doing the major job there. He's done the fabulous job and he created that pressure. And all that time he's kept on bowling at the right areas, and the reward has been wickets. That you see that the big crucial wicket was taken. In fact, both the crucial batters who was doing the damage was taken out by Adil, and it was Zair who scored 64 and his partner Hasnain scored 23. That's what they scored together. But then this is the bowling lineup, which is 7 wickets has been shared between Mohammad Wasim, the champion from UAE, and Adil Malik, the experienced hero. as also both of them contributed really well with the bat. So with the ball, it's clearly the night for Wasim and Adil Malik. So there you go, 25 first and 93. That was when the second wicket fall down, and then it was just wickets losing in clusters. 11 given as extras, and they restricted the team Dubai Gymkhana all out on 126. The match summary: it was Fahad Nawaz, the top scorer for Pacific Group. Adil Malik also played a very handy knock of 27 of 22. It was a pick off the bowler Syed Uzair Haider is always in the top, no matter which place it is. Dubai batting or the bowling, he scored top class today as a came opener and scored 64 runs of 45 deliveries. In his partner Mohammad Hassan, 23 of 16. That was a very handy knock and a good partnership there. Absolutely nothing since after their departure. It has been one or two man show. Adil Malik and Mohammad Wasim. Mohammad Wasim coming in to clean up the tail, but Adil Malik took those crucial wickets and got the game done and dusted in style. Pacific Group have won the match by 33 runs and they will be happy on the day. That's the game for tomorrow. International Cricket Warriors taking on Mideast Metals on 11th of November, the match number 26 of this ICCA Arabian, the ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League, of course powered by Fan Code, and it will be played at the ovals of ICCA Academy as well. So match number 26, we're looking into it tomorrow. Until then, it's a goodbye from the com box. After we come back from the break, we'll see Samir Yunus with the man of the match.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony of yet another encounter in the SkyX.net presents ICCA Arabian T20, powered by Bangalore. Well, before we begin, of course, we'd like to thank all our partners in ICCA Academy, especially for the wonderful facilities and all the amazing work they've done in the back, behind the scenes, to help us put together such a wonderful tournament. Another game, 25th one in this league. There's a long way to go. We've got 59 games in total, almost halfway there, but a lot more to go. Today's game was between Pacific Group and Dubai Gymkhana. Pacific Group, in the end, winning quite comfortably by 33 runs. We are here to give away the Man of the Match award, and to give that away, alongside me is Mr. ICCA Arabian, the match referee. Welcome, sir. And, well, it seemed like Dubai Gymkhana were going very, very well. There was one man for Pacific Group who applied those brakes, and boy, he applied them very, very well. None other than Adil Malik, who batted 27 runs and picked up 3 wickets. He will be the man of the match. Fantastic effort by him to really bring the game back for Pacific Group, and in the end giving them the victory. Adil, halfway stage, just 159. You might have thought that's not enough when you went out to goal.
Yeah, that wasn't enough, but
it seemed at the beginning your batters were struggling to make the connection. Anything slow with the pitch? What did you think when you went out to that?
batting-wise, come and say we played some back shots, and especially in this kind of pitch, it was really good. You have to just spend a bit of time with it and just then play your shots, and that's what I did after that.
Dubai Gymkhana got off to a good start, chasing that 160. Uzair was in the wicket for a long time, and you picked up his wicket. Was there a plan to bowl outside the off stump and almost tempt him to play that big shot?
Because he showed me his stumps, and I knew he was going to hit me that side. That's why I decided to bowl a bit slow. That's why I
Wonderful. Well, that's a trophy that you're going to take home. Who are you going to dedicate it to?
I'm going to dedicate it to my mom.
Congratulations again. Well played, man. That's it. Adil Malik, who was the man of the match in today's game. We will see you again very soon in this Arabian Cricket League. Until then, goodbye and good night.